mood down of this place. The heavy rain outside also amplifies the mood. Victoria and
Lovely name.
Benji are in the corner just grumbling to each other, and they clean glasses. The ferrets over in the corner are kind of whispering to each other very lowly. And then a door slams open at the end of the bar. The entrance slams open, and at the entrance of the doorway
Can't wait to
is
see
a
this.
very wet, very
No.
sad, mopey kitty in attire of the church. She is
Whoa,
wearing.
What the fuck's happening? I can hear Gabe twice.
I can hear me twice too, but I'm just kind of ignoring it. I'm just kind of going.
Can't do this. Oh, stop talking, Jesus.
So we have a
Amy,
very.
are you there?
Yeah, good.
Okay.
Thanks, Jane.
David left.
David left.
No.
He's back.
He's back.
Yay.
David, are you there?
Oh no, I can't do this. I'm sorry. I have to go. I can't.
Yeah, leave and come back.
I can't hear you double though.
No, I could
No.
for. I can't anymore. I think it might have been coming from. It could have been David because maybe he didn't have. Oh no, I can still hear me double. Very, very faintly though. It's like a whisper.
Oh,
Echo.
Echo. La 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 la. Yeah, there we go. Very faint, but I don't know where it's coming from.
I can't hear you double to be fair.
No, neither can I.
Me either.
Yeah, me neither. You're good.
Strange.
Yee.
Hello.
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 Oh, voila.
Oh?
Oh,
Hello,
I think
dude.
I think I figured out what it was.
Okay.
Lovely man.
Cool. Is David there?
It was that YouTube video that Patema put in the chat. Is it's playing the audio like 4 seconds behind.
Hearing me
No,
to say it,
I don't know
keep
what-
hearing double. I just keep hearing her say it. It just keeps repeating.
Yeah, go into the
See,
chat and go to the YouTube video and mute it.
It's
nothing
honestly
strange.
freaking me out.
Thank God.
Okay, I'm now
Jesus
currently
Christ.
listening via phone on this. I'm on Patema's YouTube.
Okay.
But the
Okay,
volume's
that
down
works.
for that.
That
Yeah,
works.
this is way better. Thank you so
Ah,
much.
nice. Cool. Okay, so
Thank you,
I'll-
Patema.
Thank you.
Fucking it up.
so you guys are in this very miserable tavern, really dimly lit. A few leaks are coming through the rooftop, and you just hear it constantly like just a drip, drip, drip. Coming from the water leaking in from the heavy rainfall, and the door slams open at the other end of the bar. And inside the door frame is a very, very wet, soaked, miserable looking kitty in
Oh.
attire of the church. So she is wearing she is wearing
I'm a he
church
actually.
attire.
I design.
Oh,
I
he.
design.
Sorry, yes.
Whoa,
Uh,
Gabe, did you just assume that cat?
Gosh.
God damn This is an accepting society that we're in this forest.
Okay, that's fair.
But they're
That's
not
fair.
gonna
I'm
respect
also
whatever.
okay. Yeah, sure. No, you're right. You're
Mushrooms
right,
aren't
guys.
food, Gabe.
Okay. I won't. I'll refrain from drawing a penis on kitty.
What are your stats and what do you want your penis to look like?
Okay, so the kitty is carrying a cabbage staff. That it also she's kind of given up on holding it, and it still stands up straight beside her. And
I'm
she
still a
walks.
he. That's so cool.
He. I'll get there. All right, it's been a big day,
The police are being
Big day.
but he
Go for it.
he walks into the bar, and as he does, the staff hops alongside him as he steps up to the bar and sits down. So, yeah, cabbage staff.
Oh,
Oh,
okay.
The cabbage staff thunk, hops alongside this
I
really
walk on
miserable
all
kitty.
four.
Ah, you walk on all fours. Okay, perfect. So it just walks on all fours into the bar and crawls up onto the bar stool
Thought
and
it was an eagle.
sits onto the bar stool. Its floppy, wet fur slapping down on the countertop, and the two badgers look at it, look at the poor wet mess, with very sad faces and kind of concerned faces. Cameron, Soot recognizes this kitty just about as one of the cats that he provides catnip to.
It's
Hmm.
junky.
Okay.
I keep it to myself.
Okay, sure.
Play it cool, you know.
Mhm.
Nobody likes when you meet their dealer out in public and they pretend like you're their friends and you're like,
Push the fringe over one eye. Yep.
So, Nibble,
Oh,
how do you take it from here? What exactly do you do? The two ferrets take note of you and kind of like have these squinted eyes and kind of lower their whispers a little more as you come in and kind of shrink back in their chairs a little bit more.
Hey, I order a glass of milk for myself.
Okay. So what's it called? Benji immediately turns to Victoria, who's closer to the door, and he's like, right, Victoria, go get this wet kitty a glass of milk, please. She's like, excuse me, Benjamin. You can get it yourself. You run this place. You're gonna start shaping up here, and you do not just order me to do things. Oh wait, 2 seconds. Oh, dinner. Okay.
Oh no!
Well, that's where we're gonna leave it for
Ooh, what a
next time.
cliffhanger! Ay, ay, ay.
I'll never get my
Well,
glass
next
of milk.
Will she get her glass of milk? Will
find out next
Benji?
week on Wonder
And
Pals.
oh my god. Well,
Will
all right.
we get Discord working then?
Oh my god. I'm gonna just leave it running, and I'm gonna be as fast as I can. I don't know if you guys need to get food or anything.
I
But
do
we'll-
actually. I haven't eaten yet.
Yeah. So I'll just leave this running. We've set it up. Everything's working. We're all here.
Why
Yeah.
can't you say that,
Um,
Gabe? You're gonna jinx it
Is
now.
David here?
Amy, are you here?
Amy,
I'm here. Is
Okay.
David here?
Hey!
I'm here.
Yeah, yeah, I'm
Can
here.
you hear us?
I'm greeting.
All right. We'll
Okay.
do a roll call. All right. So
Oh, cute.
Reggie.
Oh yeah,
Reggie.
great. Yeah.
Would we not do this
Reggie,
when we
sorry,
get back?
Reggie. Splurch, Splurch, are you here? Splurch is here. Soot,
Yeah, boy.
Gerald,
Are we,
Dick.
are we all here? Is this reality real? Are
Rapidash.
I be here, man.
Oh wow.
Oh,
No,
God.
what?
we...
Nibble.
yeah.
Nibble is here. Okay, and Flint.
What? Yeah, yeah. I'm here.
What?
Crikey,
All right,
know
you
what,
can
screw
send
it, I
me
need a
if you
voice.
send me on that your picture. I'll upload that. And
Cool. I'll do that
Alright.
now. Bye-bye.
All right, I'll hop off and get dinner. I'll talk to you later, guys.
Go eat.
Bye.
Just mute it. Don't hop off anything. I will
No,
never work
no, I
again.
won't. I was just literally gonna flip my mic up. Okay.
Oh no, David!
Oh, did he leave?
He's just gone to get the picture. He's gone to get the picture.
Okay. God.
You may be you think you are a fool, but you. Are you actually streaming this live on YouTube?
That's
Oh god.
amazing.
Oh no.
That
Well-
that means he's like a good 30 seconds behind because that's what was happening with me. I was hearing the audio 30 seconds, so I was hearing it live through this, and then 30 seconds later I was hearing a whole 30 seconds. That's why like I left the stream, I left the voice channel, and then 30 seconds later I heard myself go, "Oh no, guys, I can't do this," and leave.
Yeah.
And then That's why I hated it because I heard everything back double and I was like, it's freaking me out, man. Hearing everything like maybe a couple of seconds,
Well,
even like a half a second reverb is already really weird. But
mm,
when
I
it's like
mean,
a separate
even
conversation,
if it's not particularly like it's not particularly easy, it's still cool that we can do this anyways.
oh yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah. It's actually not too bad. Yeah, it's
Yeah, we had some problems at the very start, but after that, I mean, it's not going so bad. I think until
yeah.
anything like crashes or shit, hopefully we not. But it's not going too bad. I mean, it's still positive we can do something like this.
oh, it's really cool. Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh yeah. Oh, can I say, Lisa,
yeah,
what made you get rid of animal handling as a skill?
Yeah.
yeah.
Is that because it's illegal in this game?
It's illegal. Yeah, it is.
It's illegal in this game to handle other animals.
Wow.
Shouldn't it just be called handling then?
Jeez, you're so deep. Wow.
What?
Human handling.
The stream is actually working so well that David is using the stream to see the
I am
Discord.
in the stream.
Oh,
I
you
am.
can see it.
I am aware that they're hearing you right now.
Oh, they can hear me.
Oh
We can
God.
hear you right
Of
now,
course, this
Emma.
is the mic.
Hello, I'm in the kitchen now.
This is fantastic.
Splurch is in the kitchen.
This is very
I'm
nice.
Splurch. Do you like my the font I used for the character sheet?
Yeah,
Has
I would like
technology gone too
the
far?
raw image for this.
It's in the messenger chat.
Uh,
Just scroll up a bit and it's saved, shared to the Google Drive. You should probably. I mean, we do have a Google Drive, but we can just drop things.
I like how everyone is silent, just listening to our conversation. Hello.
Yeah, it's nice.
Hello there,
I'm gonna mute.
Hello there.
General Kenobi.
I have the high ground.
I think I'm gonna eat something too now. I'll be
You may as
back.
well.
I'm gonna make
Well,
myself
Yeah.
a
if you
drink.
can.
Yeah.
I'm half a bottle of wine in, so
Yeah, I have a few cans beside me.
I'll be
so
back.
I'm happy out.
I only have whiskey with no mixers.
that's disgusting.
So that's a
Oh,
good
no.
night.
Love it.
I'll just take it slow.
Mm,
Finally finished my character sheet.
I'm still trying to do
Congratulations.
paint.
You're still using paint.
Because Photoshop refuses to work on this fucking laptop.
There he is, my boy.
mm. Is everyone alive or is it just natural
no.
silence?
Oh,
Oh,
it's just
fine. That's
natural
fine.
silence, my guy.
If you could breathe closer to the mic, that'd be great, so I could know that you're still there.
Ow.
Let me
I
just turn off.
appreciate that.
There's no
Let me just
someone
turn off
here.
my
Yeah,
asthma.
yeah, don't do that. Don't do that.
I'm gonna play some Call of Duty while I wait.
Oh. Are you a 12-year-old boy?
I'm 21.
Thank you for saying it, Amy.
You're welcome.
Look, man, I don't trash on your interests.
Go ahead.
Go
I
for
can't-
it.
I don't know
Involves
what you
getting
do,
high. So
I mean,
So I
That's a
don't know
fair
what you do for
point.
fun.
Johnny got it right. There's not much.
yo.
to it.
I was gonna play
is
a
it.
game, but then I got high.
I can still do it. You can do both.
Why can't you do both? He says you can't.
Like it, bro.
Also, is the mouse clicking very audible? Is this very annoying?
Yeah, but it's fine.
I haven't noticed you clicking much at all.
Okay, I will turn on the sensibility thing.
Whose mic was Patema talking through?
Mine. Oh, okay.
Have you all seen this like until tomorrow thing on Instagram?
What is that?
Hmm?
This post, everyone's posted pictures of themselves, and it's like until tomorrow. They're like all commenting until tomorrow. So, this
So,
big,
so like they're posting every day? It's like I post now
No,
and
no, no.
see you tomorrow.
No, yeah, well, that would make sense. No, it's like it's just like everyone's posting an embarrassing picture of themselves, and then that's it. And
Oh,
then the comment is until tomorrow, and
that's
it's all over Instagram.
I feel like an old man every time like I try to get into Instagram. I just don't get it. No.
That's fair. It's a little trash. It's not worth it.
I don't own my own Instagram.
You what?
Why?
Yeah, because the college lads set it up for me when I was drunk night out, and they set it up for me, and I don't know. I just get notifications. Posted something to my Instagram, and I can see it, but I can't change it or do anything.
I use Instagram more than anything else, I'd say, to be honest, at this point.
Hmm.
I've stayed away from that.
Like, I'd use it more than Facebook or Snapchat or anything like that. But
Oh,
I
I
don't.
hate
Yeah,
Snapchat. I fucking
Snapchat's the
despise
worst.
it.
Snapchat's the worst.
Ugh. I'm gonna put a fucking pizza in the oven since I'm waiting.
What is it?
What stream died? That's not good. How many? Really?
Obviously not.
I
You
was
just
like,
edit
what?
HTML.
I was like, it says 28. Oh, I see that. Yeah. Cool. Congratulations.
It says 28. Oh, balls.
Elaborate.
Viscous mockery.
Did I spell that wrong?
Oh, are you a bard? Who's a bard? Who is Viscous Mockery?
Oh, I have it, but I'm a rogue.
Oh, I didn't know rogues could have it too.
They,
That's
they
cool.
don't. It's because I'm a raccoon.
Oh, cool.
I have blind sight.
That's so
Oh,
cool.
I'm already telepathic. Yeah. Yeah, I have 120 feet of telepathy. Fuck.
Well, I'm afraid of fire, so that's cool, right?
I'm afraid of rabbit.
Interesting.
Well, looks like a rabbit. Actually, no, I know David apparently. So yeah, no, I'm not afraid. Yeah, preemptive naming. That's what that was. Rabbit dash. Mini Mirabidash.
What is
Mom.
their accent supposed to be? Jamaican.
Jamaican.
Supposed to be that.
It's supposed to be. It's probably not.
I'm enjoying it.
Which
Balagda.
Jamaican. What?
Have you never seen that Vine? Where it's like, do this accent, and
The
it's
girl from Little Mix.
yeah, it's one of the Little Mix girls. It's like, hey, do this
Oh,
accent. It's like, oh, I don't know. It's just like, Oh, it's
Jamaican
awful.
accent. Yeah.
Awful.
Balagda.
It would be fun though if you go to to Jamaica and everyone is speaking just that. Just balagda, 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 balagda. Before it was funny.
So deep. So dense.
Yes.
Oh no, oh no, no.
No, no, no.
No, no, no. Cleveland Brown.
Yeah.
I think so.
Oh,
I mean, at least I look like it in the map.
I'm tiny.
miles away from the. I'm miles away from the fucking table. Like that for me is like the grand.
His glass of beer is like a medium-sized jacuzzi.
Like, oh, I can bathe in it. But yeah, I count as tiny too, Johnny. I don't know.
I don't know what that
exact
means.
Dimensions.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I'm small.
But I have a big heart.
a tiny creature is like the size of a pixie.
Yeah, I have 5 hit
I've
points.
got like 15 health, so
There
maybe
we
I'm
go.
like normal size.
It says here that geckos.
Yeah.
15 health.
Sick
What?
enough.
Let me look at this fucking character sheet.
I'm
Let's
a
see this
big
fucking
ducky.
character sheet. I'm a big ducky.
Oh
So
lord,
he's
you
only
ducky.
5.
There is no way you have 13 health.
You should
You've only
have
got-
more.
You've a +1 to con.
I do. Go look at it, bitch.
Yeah,
Gabe made the feet.
Gabe's system is inherently flawed. Alright, then I need to sort out what fucking health is.
Isn't
Gabe made her character sheet.
Interesting.
Just a gargantuan. That's fucking bullshit.
I heard that when I level up, I have to have it, but I don't think I have to have it from the beginning because I am kind of big.
I'm almost sure I'd be the biggest creature of us.
What are you?
A raccoon.
Maybe. Yeah.
Like a
This is not a duck.
Hey,
She looks like a
Well, like,
mallard.
she looks
Let's
like a
go with
mallard,
that.
yeah.
He even made the drawing kind of big, so I don't know.
it doesn't in the gecko one it doesn't say anything about having my house.
Gabriel needs to go outside more if he thinks ducks are big.
He is God in this.
But like, do you all have? Does that mention? Does he mention that in the traits of your races? Because in the gecko one, he doesn't mention having my health either.
Oh, then yeah,
It-
he probably just forgot
in
it
the
in a lot
bat
of them.
one, in the bat one, it mentioned under
Hey
size.
guys, sorry, I'm back.
Okay,
What
good.
what
So
question
got-
do you have?
It says a
questions,
quarter for me, so it might say for you undersized.
It says your size is tiny. Because of this, your natural base AC is 13, but you gain 1/4 the hit die
Yeah.
you would normally gain per level.
Yeah,
So
so
you
your
know
health
when
is
you-
Yeah,
quartered.
so that's your health.
Well, it's like the way I was doing it was you get your set base health, so you get like the so you get your you get your say 8 HP plus your Constitution, but then every
Uh-huh.
time you level up, you'll roll the dice or you'll take the average dice, but then you'll either half it or a quarter it.
Oh, but the base one, it's the same as it's.
The base ones, yeah, because I feel like you kind of need.
There we go. That's what I thought.
Yeah,
Okay,
sorry,
then
mate.
I'm gonna-
Yeah,
Yes, yeah, exactly.
I gain 1/4 of a hit die when I level up.
Yeah. So you're a monk, are you? So you get a D8.
Yes.
So
Mhm.
you'll be gaining 2 HP plus your Constitution.
Yay.
So the main thing is like you have a nice amount of health to start off, but then as you go up, you're still just as squishy as you'll ever be.
I mean, I'm 10. I'm already quite squishy.
Yeah.
High AC though.
But I wanted you guys to be a little more than just the.
Oh, okay. Then yeah, I have 15 health. There we go.
Okay.
I'm
Yeah.
gonna stick with the 5.
Yeah. No, that's perfect. That's cute. I love that. What's your AC again? You're like a crazy AC, right?
Base walking is 12. Base flying is 16.
Oh yeah, that's AC. All right.
Oh yeah. Nice. Yeah.
Tell me your AC. Well, I can walk 30 feet.
Yeah, but that just goes up. I can walk 10 feet, but I can fly 50.
Well, what's your AC?
Yeah, what's your AC, Johnny? That's what he asked.
Yeah, I answered that.
When he's flying, it's harder to hit him.
Yeah, so on the ground it's
Yeah.
12.
Ah,
And flying it's 16.
Mm-mm-mm.
I have 17 health. 17 AC, not health. That would
God, I was like, whoa, we got a juicy boy.
be. Also, Gabriel, can you give me the image because you've colored in my sketch? I was not expecting.
Oh
to.
no, Lisa did that. She,
Oh, can I have that so I can make the character sheet?
yeah, absolutely. I'll send on to you what Lisa sent me.
Good, thank you.
No worries, please. I can forward that to you. Okay. Still waiting for. Oh, David literally just sent it. Nice. Okay, cool.
Good.
How can it surpass what you drew, though?
I don't know.
Impossible.
All right, we have our hair.
Okay, it's finally paint.
I have to admit, I'm actually really attached to the drawing now that I've done of David.
Oh, that's actually not too bad, Johnny. You did pretty good.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay.
When you said you were using paint, I thought you were like writing everything by hand with your mouse, and I was like, this is
No,
gonna
no,
look
no. I was
fucking
using
awful.
the word text.
Yeah,
I
I'm
know
sorry,
I have
guys.
already,
I
you know,
ran out of time in the end. I still haven't gotten half the stuff done, but
No, we've all put ours in there.
okay, I'm gonna have a look at them now. Cool.
Yeah,
Two-
my health is wrong, so don't worry about it.
Okay, cool.
21. God damn. Fungi folk.
Right. Let me save this. Save image. This is really nice. This drawing that David's done here. So, Flint. There we go. Okay. Well, he's Flint now. I have zero shits. Like I've run out of shits.
I am God. His name is now Flint.
Okay. So file open.
The depository has officially run out of shits.
Yeah, it's cool, right? It's
Let us leave.
Big numbers.
Robert.
yeah.
He's taking the whole bar. It's huge.
That's a big ass rabbit.
Yeah,
Sorry, I'm gonna.
it's not.
I think
Yeah,
yours is
rabbit
better,
game
Gabe.
Yeah, you should keep yours.
Let's leave it there for a little bit just to.
Oh no, here, what you
Oh,
do?
it could be like an Easter egg. Just find the
That's
Gabe
so
rabbit
cool.
in each of the maps.
Yeah. Okay, put your rabbit face over his rabbit's face.
Oh yeah. Oh no, I've already deleted it. Sorry.
Okay,
Shoot,
just redo it.
Okay.
You're a man of great artistic skill.
All right. Okay. I've got a mouse. I'm limited.
Don't see
I
a
thought we
mouse.
didn't have any mice.
Is it split? Okay. There we go. Splint.
He's
Hello.
Ye-
massive. Said his name 20 times. Beetlejuice.
Uh,
Wow, now he's tiny.
yeah.
Sorry, this is the
God.
topic. I'm sorry.
No, it's okay. It's okay. There we go.
Can people hear me?
Yeah.
Yep.
How's that, David?
I didn't know we were
Troy?
gone. How's what?
How's Splint looking?
Oh yeah, I sent.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. Look
on
at the
the-
stream.
Stream.
Yeah.
Oh, I haven't. Yeah, sorry. I'll be. This sucks, but I'll be going for dinner in a few minutes, and then I'll run back in.
Sure. We'll just say you're sleepers.
Yeah. Totally.
We're late anyway, so it's fine.
You know what?
Did you want my character sheet as well? Because I can stick that up.
If you put it in the Discord, yeah, that'd be great.
Yeah, cool.
Thank you.
God damn it, David.
What?
I mean, it's all right. We're starting now, technically, shortly.
You took all of Gabe's shits.
No, I lost a lot of shits along the way, just in every.
They
real
kind of got
friends
mixed
we've
up along the way.
The real friends we made were the shits along the
Oh,
way.
fuck, I don't have Photoshop on this computer.
Photoshop's is overrated anyway.
I'm just gonna save this as well, just
I have Gap.
to make sure.
Gonna say what?
Yeah, I'm saving the whole thing in case it just crashes. For
Oh, I
some
thought you said
reason.
I'm just gonna say this to make sure, and then you didn't say anything.
Oh,
about
I
it.
have an important message for you all, and then
Just
oh,
cuts out.
guys, I meant to say.
Oh, he did it again.
what a dickhead.
Glorious.
How are you doing, Amy?
Great. I have a glass of wine. Having a great time.
Lovely. Have you seen Robin yet?
Yeah. So I saw him like 2 days ago because he got the results for his test because he got
Mhm.
tested, and then he got results back to say he didn't have it, which was great. And I'm nearly finished my quarantine, and I have no symptoms, so we just bit the bullet and saw
Brilliant.
each other. It was so
Nice.
hard. It had been like 3 months, and I was like,
Oh, very, 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 very true. Or
yeah,
very
I was
fair,
like,
rather.
yeah. And then we've just been quarantining together kind of since. So,
Aw,
Oh, nice.
very
Sounds
good.
yeah, very
Jealous.
pleasant.
good.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. So are you not able to? Oh, are you?
No.
Okay.
No, I haven't.
Yeah, that's fair.
Pretty
Let me take a look at this board.
That stuff, like, but I guess it's the system, I suppose. You know.
Oh, I love all of these character sheets. They're just really, really cool.
Oh,
They are.
is that so?
Yeah, love them.
Right.
It's so lovely seeing them all together. It's really, really nice.
Oh shit, my Discord is fucked.
Oh no.
Can you hear us?
I can hear you fine. It's just I only have the stream open.
Ah, okay.
Like I don't have the actual Discord menu. Oh, there we go.
Ah, David, you sent it into the wrong thing.
What?
So
I
there's one for
didn't.
character sheets.
There's nothing there. I didn't see that. I'm sorry. I'll be right.
What do you see, David?
Well,
Take away your anime eyes from our Back to the Feywilds. You don't have them anymore.
my anime eyes. Oh no.
Where did he post it to?
He put it just in the chat, but then he deleted it.
I didn't know that there were several chat topics. I just.
Oh,
Mm.
it's crazy. You see the thing that's in character sheets. It's crazy.
No worries. No worries.
It is
It's okay.
kind of confusing though. I'm on that vibe. But that's just, like, I'm technically impaired. So.
David just turned into a ghost.
Ooh,
Woo! Ooh, woo.
oh whoa.
Hey, Kish.
Okay.
Sorry.
I must say though, I am feeling pretty good about all this now that it's all working. I've
Why
For
do you
Oni.
do this to yourself?
Yeah, man.
Because
You just-
it's
you just
worth
jinxed
like
it.
look at us all together. I'm gonna look up some PNGs for some other things.
Telling you, man, Energizer Rabbit.
Hmm.
Gabriel's search history is just gonna be like provocative lemur PNG.
Wow. Wow.
Stoked.
There's a lemur.
Hey guys.
There is
Hey.
Hey.
Okay, I'm gonna be looking up. There we go.
Redacted.
sexy gibbons.
Who's Sexy Gibbons? Oh, okay.
Um, nailed it. All right. Then I'm
Oh,
What's happening?
I don't know.
Where-
Lisa.
nothing.
I guess we can
Gabe's just corrupting his browser history.
What?
yeah, I'm looking up
For science, of course. Research purposes.
Oh, dearie me.
It's all in the name of
Splurge
good,
looks
wholesome
great.
animal fun.
No animal
Right.
handling.
furry fun, guys. Furry fun is good fun.
Furry fun is good fun.
Efficiency in animal handling. For fuck's sake.
It's not in the character sheet, so you don't.
Yeah, I'm well aware. No,
Sorry.
it's fine.
Just fucking angry.
I made my own character sheet because I don't have a printer, so I have it written out like usual, but I'll just cross that out. Sorry.
I'll just
I'll
get
just
rid of
cross
that.
that one here. See that skill you had? Yeah, you can just go
Oh
fuck
shit!
yourself.
I gotta send mine on
Literally,
again.
Yeah, like, oh, you're proficient. Nah, sorry. No.
No, forget about that skill.
You
That
can
doesn't
put it in
exist
somewhere
anymore.
else if you'd like.
It's like the future
shit.
character sheets as well. Like, what the fuck is engineering?
Yeah.
That's not
Navigation.
Bullshit. That was a good one.
Okay. So, guys, is everybody kind of ready?
Yeah, kinda.
Juanjo is muted, so he mightn't be back yet.
Uh,
Maybe he's gonna make a pizza.
Sorry, I forgot I was muted. I am here.
Oh,
Oh.
hello.
oh, nice.
Hello.
Okay. Cool. Okay. So, will we try this again from the very start, maybe?
Yeah, go for it.
Okay, put the cat back outside.
What is happening?
Put the cat outside.
Why from the
Put the
start?
cat
I
back
mean, I
outside.
remember.
yeah,
I just
okay.
asked for a glass of
No,
milk.
not the cat.
Okay, yeah.
Back out of the rain.
Back in the range.
No shorted milk. This is unnecessary.
Johnny, you've already made an enemy and you haven't even started.
That's just how I
Oh,
roll.
no.
I know.
Okay. So
Oh, you
let's
haven't
start
learned
from where
anything
we
from the
are.
car,
We'll
yeah,
start
he's
from where we are.
gotten worse.
Okay.
Sorry,
So very sad, very mopey kitty on all fours. Like kind of as the door opens, the mopey kitty flops back down onto four legs and just like wet paws on the stone, just starts walking towards the bench, crawls up onto the stool with the stick, just hopping beside it the whole way, and asks for a glass of milk. And the male badger, Benji, just turns to his wife, this really huge hulking badger, and he's like, "Right, Vicky, you want to get that for the kitty over here?" And she's like, "It's Victoria, Benjamin. You can get it yourself just for that." And she steps to the side, and Benji, very sad and very kind of like defeated, walks into the back room to get some milk. Well, you don't have to move him. He goes into the back and eventually comes back with a little glass bottle of milk that he puts on the table. Kind of now not really paying attention to you too much, Nibbles. Pops the bottle of milk on the counter, kind of cracks open the top of the bottle, and he's like, "Right, that'd be a silver piece then."
Jesus.
Prices. Wow.
A silver what?
And then he gets like a slap on the back of the head from Victoria, and she's like, "Sorry, love, that's a copper piece, please."
That's what I fucking thought.
I'll excuse myself. Then he grumbly, like really grumbly, walks into the back room again. And Victoria, this huge badger, kind of puts both like one of her elbows up onto the counter, and she's like, "Hello, love. How can I help you? Can you want anything else with that milk? With some peanuts or some crackers or anything? We have some fish cakes in the back.
Can I have some fish?
All right, we'll have a look and see what we got. Benji! As I Christ. Benji, see if we have some dried fish for the kitty out here. He's all right, right. And you see a bunch of rummaging at the back. And there's like a really scrawny old badger on the stool across from you, just like cackling, just young love. And after some time, Benji, with his head down, comes out from the back, and he pulls out like a little packet, like a paper packet, of dried fish, and puts it down on the table, and she slides it over to you, and she's like, "Right, love, that'll be a total of 3 copper pieces, please."
Really dried fish.
Yeah.
Might the church bless you with the cabbage gods. And then I proceed into trying to poll at them and give them a blessing to try not to pay.
She's like, right, love, right, yeah, 3 copper pieces, please, thank you. Can you roll me a d20, please? And
Oh fuck, I don't have my dices. Wait.
okay.
God.
Gosh,
Christ.
Lisa.
Is everyone ready?
I have my dice. Yes.
Has everybody got dice?
Yes.
Yes.
Lovely.
Okay, I'm back. What do I have to roll?
So give me a 20-sided dice.
20 side? Okay. No, I failed miserably. I had a 1.
Oh, perfect. She's like,
Oh,
right, listen, love, if you want to stay here, you're going to have to pay up. We're not going to take any of that bullshit from the church. Church does shit for us. You're going to give us the 3 copper pieces right now and wipe that little grin off your face, all right?
shit.
Starts crying.
And she starts, like, slowly bringing the milk and the dried fish away from you with her giant paws.
No. Okay. Fine. I pay.
Okay, so you can take 1 gold piece off your character, and then you have 97 copper pieces.
Shit.
What? Oh, okay.
Yeah, 'cause it's only
Oh,
3
I
copper.
see. Sorry.
Mad.
So
Over 3 copper.
Okay.
okay, so she hands it back. She gives you your change. She gives you your 97. She gives you a little bag of 97 copper pieces. Well, she gives you 9 silver pieces and 7 copper pieces. And she's like, right, you want to find a place for yourself? This area is reserved for badgers only, right?
Racist.
So you see in the you see this motley crew up in the top corner in this elevated platform, all kind of joyous, kind of actually looking quite miserable and a bit defeated. In the other side of the room are the 2 ferrets who are kind of like giving you dirty looks.
So,
And there's this fish just blowing bubbles in the fishbowl. And
Is it a big fish?
no, not as big as I've made it out to be.
Like, does it have a drink?
Occasionally you see the stoats pouring a little bit of like fermented honey into the top of the bowl, and the fish comes up to drink it. Give me a perception check.
can I help?
Yeah, absolutely. You can give him. Yeah, sure. Whoever wants to. Check.
I thought that was you being a sassy bartender.
Okay, you're
Wow.
just staring at the floor. There's a nice little patch of mushrooms kind of growing in the ground where this water keeps hitting. And you're just
I
kind
got
of
a
fascinated.
15. I don't know if that would
Okay.
be helping or if she was meant to
Well,
get
you
advantage.
notice-
or...
You do notice that the ferrets are occasionally, between talking to themselves, they do, on occasion, whisper to the fish.
Oh.
Seems like a normal thing to do.
Oh, can I make a perception check to see if I can hear what they're saying?
Yeah, give me a perception check. You have advantage with that, don't you?
Yeah, I'm +5, so
There you go.
17.
So immediately as Nibble has come in, the ferrets have just about kind of saying like, the whole time they've been trying to talk real low because they're aware that there's a bat in the room that can hear what their shenanigans are, and there's also a hare. But the hare, are you there, David?
Yeah, I'm here.
Okay, I don't know if you're for dinner or not. I didn't know if I should make you asleep.
Don't worry, I'll tell you when I sleep.
Okay, but they're keeping it low because of the heavy hearers in the group that are here. But they are. You can just about make out that they're not happy. They're like,
Heavy hearers.
fucking church members coming in here. I don't like this. We'll probably have to move soon if she causes any trouble.
But they're mainly discussing where they're going to hit next. The next big hit that they're going to try to grab. The next load they're going to try to snatch. They're making out
The next
plans
job.
for they're for a heist. And they
Heist.
keep referring to the fish as the boss.
Oh,
They're like,
see.
"All right, boss, you still cool with that idea?" No, it's kind
And occasionally the fish blows a few bubbles. But that's about it.
Okay.
Xanathar's goldfish.
No,
What is
fucking hope
Nibble
not.
doing currently then in this situation?
Me?
Mm-hmm.
I'm not allowed to stay there, am I?
They're kind of giving you a bit of a look like, are you moving or we're going to have to move you?
But I have cute puss. Cute
Mm,
puss? Is that?
yeah.
They can't really resist me, but
Okay,
fine,
yeah, you
I'll
can. No,
go.
you can use that a couple of times a day. Yeah, absolutely.
Oh, a couple of times? No, wait for it. Okay, no. I'm not using that for that.
Okay.
Well, I'm in need of adventures, so I look at the Martins and they're like very bad looking. I know like it. And so I look at the other ones, they seem like losers, but maybe it's best. So
and you do recognize what's it called? You recognize Soot.
oh,
Toot.
that's cool. Well, yeah, I'll go.
Okay, so you move over. So this wet cat. How do you move over? How do you approach them? Actually, are you on all fours again? Are you looking as miserable?
Yeah.
Okay. So this cat slowly ascends the stairs with its staff just like hopping beside it, and it's got its got his fish under one arm, and it's got his little bottle there too. And it's kind of walking over, kind of hopping over, and you chuck your stuff up on the table in front of them, and you guys all interact with this cat who's now approaching you guys. I don't know what you want to say. If you want to say anything.
Yeah, I put my paws on top of the table and I look very, very cute and I say hi.
Give me a persuasion check. So roll me your d20.
This is gonna 9.
9 plus let me see, plus 3, so you get a 12. So anyone who's got a wisdom score of 12 or less is kind of maybe swayed by this.
Okay, mine's higher, so I'm gonna go. Oh, I fucking hate cats, and I'm gonna walk outside,
Mine's
and that's when I'm gonna go for dinner.
Okay. Oh my god,
Okay.
poor kitty man. So walks out,
I'll be back in a bit.
shuffles along. Oh, sorry, right.
Oh no.
Okay.
I got 14, so I'm just gonna be skeptical, but I'm not gonna interrupt the situation. Just
Okay.
be skeptical.
Okay. So she's
Um,
trying to look very cute and soft and friendly, and yeah.
Yeah, do we know you or like
Cameron, you do know her, so I thought you do.
You're the
know
only
her.
one
Yeah.
who knows her.
yeah, you don't know that though. Yeah.
Oh, I
like,
see. Okay.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, do we know you or like try to be casual around my work friends?
Lunar. What brings you to this side of the tavern?
God, zoomed in, you kind of look like a pug.
You know, pug.
Well, can I don't know, introduce myself or like ask them yeah?
What's
Yeah.
that?
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
I'm from the church and I have a job. Maybe.
You're from what?
How did you get a fish?
Here, you can have it, but I need people for a job.
What kind of job?
Fuck.
You're a mushroom and I like you already. That's very strange, but okay.
Guys, isn't the church the place that it's forbidding us to fuck?
Yeah, man.
I liked to do that. I don't like that.
I remember when I was in.
Man, she's in on it.
I
Hey,
remember
listen,
when we used to do that.
Hey, listen, I'm a catnip junkie. I didn't ask to be born in the church, but I have gold and I spent it all on catnip from this guy. But like, if you guys
I
are
have
not
no
too...
idea what she's talking about. What's catnip?
You look so suspicious.
What is the substance you speak of?
The little tube.
Scratching out.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
well, alright, but anyways, I got a job.
Perfect.
What kind of job?
So, wait, where's the hair? It just went away
Oh, he
completely.
just didn't like the look and he fucked off.
I
Don't worry,
see.
man. They're skeptical.
Alright, well, who cares?
Whoa.
Oh, you're cancelled.
So yeah, let's see. So there is this big event, right? And a lot of people and a lot of guard will be all around, but there's this like completely unuseful and unused hole of stupid objects, and they asked me to protect it, but I can't find anyone brave enough to come with me, and I have gold.
Well, I am brave. But...
We could have subbed stupid in for that brave thing, but yeah, sure.
Yeah,
Anyone-
what be your name,
No.
Mystery Cat?
Hmm?
What be your name, Mystery Cat?
I'm called Saint Nebo.
One more time.
I'm
Saint Nibble.
called Saint Nebo.
Oh,
Saint
no.
Nibble.
Look at this.
Saint
motherfucker.
Nebo.
They're a
Saint
saint
Nibble.
already, high up.
What
in the
made you a
church.
saint?
Do you have like a short name like
Bradley
John?
fucking.
Like
That's
John.
sainthood.
Sorry,
Well-
2 syllables is too much.
Alright, Nebo then. But I have gold and you look brave.
Nebo.
Would you come with me?
Whoa.
Of course,
Oh.
I'm super brave. I'm the bravest of them all. No problem. I gotcha. Whatever you need.
Oh my
There you
God.
go. I got one and I got the fungi.
What do we be getting for this?
Gold.
Oh yeah.
Don't worry about the duck. He's only 5.
About you have about what you have about you have would you want me to text it to you?
I'm not gonna tell them how much
Okay.
gold I'm gonna give them.
Well, then we won't be
Okay.
doing
Oh, well, then
that.
we won't be doing that.
We won't be doing that.
Then this,
What do we be getting for this helpfulness? Hmm?
well,
We're bored anyway.
Yeah, but there be nothing on the board, and we usually go for something on the board.
Could you write it on the board? Nibbles. Could you write this on the board?
oh, I see.
I like that.
If it's not on the board, we're not doing it. I'm so sorry. It's protocol.
We
It's
only obey protocol here.
There.
Oh, there we go.
Well, it'll be on the board now.
I hadn't. I forgot to, but it's right here. It's been there the
There'll be
whole
no
time.
board anyway.
No.
It's like the whole like origin of this story is the board.
The board.
Came up with it on
That's
the
a
spot.
beautiful
Okay.
board.
So Do you write anything? What do you write on the board, Nibble?
I write down holy job for holy church,
Okay, perfect.
holy job for holy church, and reward gold.
Look, guys, there's a job on the board.
Oh, let's go have a look at the job on the board.
Oh my god.
Who do that job?
I didn't see to put one up today. Would there be a job on this board?
These guys are pretty basic, aren't they?
Who are you saying this to?
No.
Okay, cool. So you guys have a job.
Quest accepted.
Hmm.
We're missing still one. But
Yeah,
okay.
don't worry about him. He'll come along later.
He shows up every now and then.
Oh.
So you say you be protecting this lake from something? What you be protecting it from?
We
Where the fuck did
protecting
you get
some.
lake?
Did you see a lake?
Where did you get lake? Yeah, I thought we're practicing the whole island.
Oh, I don't know what I'm talking about. So.
I like how he goes between Jamaican and Bogger.
Well, now I don't really know what to talk about now, but you know. No, I be Jamaican.
Sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, so what of these things are protecting? Is it in the church? Or like...
Where be the hole?
So there's this very big hole.
Cool.
Yeah. And
Whereabouts?
inside are these random broken stuff, like stuff that no one wants anymore. But there are no guards otherwise because everyone is like out for the harvest. And we need
Oh,
to
wait,
go
wait, wait.
there.
It's during the
just stay
Harvest
there.
Festival?
Yeah,
It's during
exactly.
the harvest festival.
The Harvest Festival starts tomorrow.
Oh my
Yeah.
god.
Typical.
Yeah, like I booked that whole weekend off.
Oh, no,
You thought you'd get a quick
that's
one in before the Harvest Festival actually starts.
God damn it, but we already took it off the board, so we gotta do it. The board is binding.
Yeah, man.
Come in.
Who be entering?
So a few of these ferrets, they're continuing to mumble, and they start to what's everyone's perception actually? Passive perception.
14.
10.
9.
12.
15.
Okay, well the majority of you would know that as soon as Nibble starts to mention this job about this hole and everything, a few of these ferrets start to get a bit uneasy.
That's
and
their
they
job.
immediately kind of start finishing up their drinks and chuck the rest of them into the bowl, and they kind of start packing up their stuff. And they're
Make a
just like,
literal fish
fuck
bowl.
this, fuck this shit. No, we're out of here.
They be being very shady.
And they immediately start heading out.
Sneaky stuff.
Very
And
small,
they
sneaky stuff.
take the fish with them.
Don't talk to me or my son ever again.
And Benji's like, well, what was their problem? What's all they hurry about? And
Sorry,
Victoria's
was
just
like
like, well, obviously, it's to do with, they had things to do. They're busy people, unlike you, Benjamin. Benjamin was like,
Great
Jesus
marriage.
Christ, what have I done to get all this backlash? She's like, all right, get your ass back in there and start cleaning up. We're nearly finished. We're finished for the day, basically. He's like, it's noon. It's noon. And she's like, just get the fuck out of my sight. I can't bear to see you right now.
We're
He's
day
like,
drinking. Good job.
love, please. Right.
Sorry, my dog's on the bed and his name is Benji, and every time we say Benji, he like perks up.
Oh
It's
no.
cute.
Have to change the name, bro.
Ah,
Okay, and the old badger just starts cackling again, just
Cuckoo.
and so I don't know what you guys want to do. If you want to prep anything, is there anything that you guys want to do before this thing? The time that you're meant to be there is about 6. You're meant to be meeting outside of the church. Say roughly.
I'd like to meet with my supplier and get some new catnip.
Okay.
Because I know when to exploit a junkie.
Hey, Sue, do you have anything stronger than catnip?
I don't know. What are you looking for?
Anything stronger than catnip?
See, we've never talked about me dealing drugs before. Now you find out. You're asking me. This is exactly what I didn't want you to find out. Not the shame. I knew you.
I'm very tiny. I get high off of anything.
I will give him 1 marijuana.
Thank you.
Single
He
barrel.
gives you a tiny little strandly bit of dried out leaf, and he just plops it inside of your palm.
Wonderful.
Oh. You pull it out, and as it flips out of your pocket, a bunch of spores kind of rise up into the air and kind of settle onto the ground. And a little bit of it breaks off and just kind of crumbles away. Not from not from the force of being brought out of your pocket, but just because it's kind of a bit damp and it just kind of gives in to gravity and just crumbles off and pops onto.
I can make this work.
Okay, Geralt, you have 3/4 of a crumbly moldy biscuit.
Thank you. Highly appreciate it.
It's about the size of your hand.
3/4 of a crumb. Good. This will last me a day. Now we can adventure.
Cameron, will you roll me a persuasion check?
Sure.
For your dealer. This is the guy that you know.
Yeah, my supplier. It's a 20.
20, perfect. So he gives you about 50 golds worth of catnip.
Oh, jeez.
So it's a nice heavy pouch. It kind of fits in the 2 of your hands. It could fit snugly into one of your pouches on your chest.
I'll divvy it up between 3 pouches.
Okay, and there was he's like so your dealer, he's a giant bulldog. He's got this giant studded collar on, a leather trench coat with no sleeves, and he wears. Yeah, he's an up dog.
Oh,
So he's got 2 round black glasses on his face, and he's also got some spiked collars on his wrists. He's like, "Hello, Soot. What can I do you for? Is your regular catnip, but yeah, you're looking for something stronger, is it? What are you looking for?"
Yeah, there's been some interest as of late to some different product.
He's like super shifty and keeps like sniffing his nose, like rubbing his nose and kind of looking back and forth and just kind of scratching his arms and stuff like that. He's like, yeah, right.
So what do you got? Maybe on the stronger side.
All right, yeah, as long as you can get it off this thing. Right, this is oh, we've got you. And he kind of fumbles with a little pouch in his chest pocket and pulls out a little fluffy purple flower. He's like, right, this is a Penelope Cruz, right? So Penelope Cruiser, you don't even want to know what it does. No one even tells me what it does, but apparently this thing is a thing to take. You know what I'm saying?
No.
Yeah, neither do I really, to be honest.
Do you smoke it?
But listen.
What do you do with it?
If you can get me 100 gold pieces for this thing, I'll get you a shipment more, and you can start taking about 20% of the profits, right?
Yeah, but tell me what it does first.
It's a Penelope Cruz, ain't it?
Yeah, but like how do you...
Pretty obvious, mate.
It's obviously a cruiser drug, alright? Penelope cruising.
Oh,
You've been cruising for days.
I
He's
get
got.
it.
You look at him, and his like eyes are kind of like his pupils just keep dilating, and his
You-
eyes are kind of like pink around the edges,
You been
and there's
sampling the
like a
merch?
purple crust in his eyes. Like, can't say I have, but you know, it's Penelope Cruz. It's just all you really did. All right,
I'll take it.
all right. You better either bring that back to me by next Monday, or 100 gold pieces, right?
Yeah, don't worry about
Who brings the drugs back to the drug dealer?
it.
Who said that?
Yeah, I got it.
He's like super like nervous now. He's like, right, man, I
Come on.
gotta go. I don't know. I'm starting to hear voices. I'll talk to you later.
Yeah.
Right. 100 go, right? Next
Yeah, I got
Monday.
you.
All right.
No,
Cheers.
don't
Bye
worry
bye.
about it,
Bye bye. Bye bye.
I'll just
I'm
look
on
at
a
this like,
call
what
now.
do I do with this?
He ducks around the corner. It's this little squishy. It's kind of squishy. You can squish it between your fingers. Very fluffy. Tuft of
Do you
purple.
melt it? Or
Yeah, like, what do I do with this?
It's a
Do I
little
smoke
purple
it? Do I
flower.
melt it? Is it like heroin? What do I do with this?
With my expertise in this area, can I
narcotics.
just sniff it and kind of like see if I can find out how to?
Yeah, give me a nature check. So
It'd be
roll
bigger than your whole body, man.
nature check.
Yeah, can I bring him with me? Can he just be like in my pocket while I'm eating my dude?
Don't know how
Oh, that's
small
a
he is.
natural 20.
Yeah.
Oh, you've
bring him with
had
me.
this in your vast knowledge of drug use. You've been around. You've tried almost everything there is under the sun. Some of the things that come in larger doses, you've had to go a little smaller because they've been told that they would just kill you outright because your body is just too small. But
Nice.
this
Forgot the
thing,
dosage.
this thing you decided to take like head on one time. This is very new, and as soon as you heard about it on the streets,
Mhm.
you're all in for it. Extremely expensive, but when you take it, you can hear the thoughts, you can see the thoughts of everyone around you.
Cool.
So everyone you pass by, you see running pictures, like kind of walking around them and everything of their thoughts. But everything overlaps. Everything's slightly transparent and like a purpley hue.
Mhm.
And people can go insane very, very quickly upon taking this, especially if they're surrounded by large groups of people. Usually you would take it in a small group of people to like everyone kind of just opens up to everyone's everything. It also, when you take it, you
awful.
become extremely paranoid. And so when a group takes it, everyone in that group kind of basically all their thoughts are opened up. So everyone sees everything about the person. You learn everything about
Okay, so
everyone.
it's a zone of truth flower.
Kind of, yeah. But it takes a lot to focus in on people's thoughts.
Okay. Did the
Let's
dealer
do it.
give Suit that flower?
Reggie, what'd it do?
You've just been staring into the void this whole time.
Reggie,
Just
what it do?
recollecting what happened previously.
it's not me that figured that out, is it?
Oh,
No,
you're
it-
not Reggie. What's
Gerald
Gerald
with an L.
Reggie, what they do?
You don't want this. It's shit. I can have it. I'll take it off your hands.
Okay, only if you got like 120 gold though.
Fuck. Okay. No.
Like,
No. It's.
I gotta
You know
fix this
that
over the
that's
next
a
week.
little pricey as well. You know that it's usually
it's
it runs about
too
50 gold
expensive
pieces.
even for this. I see.
No, it would run. It would actually run about. It would run about 5 gold.
5 gold.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. No. I tell them exactly that. It's like, yeah, they're. This is a scam. I
That's
got this
yeah,
for
but
way cheaper.
I took it, man. I gotta get 100 gold to this guy by Monday.
Well, sucks
Or
to be
100
you.
gold in general. Not just by that boy.
Oh yeah, like regardless, I got this guy. I gotta get this guy 100 gold. So you know any college kids or anything like that.
Or bring it back, he said, which is pretty sound of the drug dealer.
Yeah.
Mm,
I
good,
wouldn't.
I we still a business.
I wouldn't take this for 100 gold. I would give it back.
100 gold is equivalent to like 10,000 euros.
I wouldn't take this for.
A gold piece is like 100 euros.
Give it back. Not even I want this.
Oh no, it would be about it would be 10. 1 gold is about 10 euros. Sorry,
Okay,
it'd be like 1,000. Yeah, 1,000 euros.
No,
Yeah, I ain't
it's
got,
too
I ain't got a
expensive.
G on me. Sorry,
You what?
I don't have that kind of money. You said nobody on
Early.
planet. He didn't tell me what it does. He didn't tell me how to use it. He just told me it's Penelope Cruz, man. I don't know. He's usually pretty good for like the more vanilla stuff.
So
He from your experience of meeting him, he had clearly lost it. He was totally out of it. Like he's usually pretty collected and pretty calm. When you've met him before, he's usually pretty good at his job, but he was completely cracked when you had met him. He was just way off.
Yeah, he's probably not okay.
You should probably go see him.
I should probably go see Up Dog.
That is his official title now.
Yeah. That's who I know him anyway. Up Dog.
Tell him to eat something sweet. That cures it. That's what
Ah,
happens
yeah.
with mushrooms, anyways.
mm,
Oh, Nibbles.
Yeah.
I got
Yeah.
got some stuff if you're interested.
I only want that catnip.
Yeah, I got lots of catnip.
Oh. I don't know. I do not trust you anymore. You didn't recognize me. I know likey.
God, you've literally never bought drugs from another person before.
Bought like so much stuff. and You're not gonna be able to ship any of it.
This is bullshit. This is fucking bullshit. Yeah, no, it's the festival. I'm gonna sell this at the festival. You know, there's good people. They're like, oh damn, can't afford my
There's
kid.
good
No, I
people.
can't afford drugs.
There's good people I can take advantage of. It's fine.
Yeah. It's like, oh shit.
There's good people that I can take advantage of and sell them drugs.
Oh, didn't get my kid this year. Do you know what I should do? Drown my woes.
God, spend 1,000 quid on it.
Whatever money they were gonna spend
Now-
on their kid's new bedroom. Well, now what's going on? Penelope Cruz.
She a woman.
Okay.
She actually a
Blurred.
purple flower.
I hope this works. I
What
think
are
I've just
you-
copied everything.
What are you?
Oh, no, we're
doing?
okay.
Oh yeah.
Here we go.
Hey, where am I?
Why am I alone? What is this place?
This is the hall, yeah. This is the hall of
Oh,
failures.
a hall, not a hole. Sorry.
Oh, I thought you said a lake. So I was completely
Where'd you
off.
get a lake?
Where'd
I
you
don't
get
know. I don't know.
It's like the worst.
There be no
bat.
water here.
It's like the worst bat ever.
What's wrong?
I don't know. I'm just gonna set this up. Can I just do this? Can I copy the layer?
Yeah, you can.
Yes, you can.
Okay.
Sure. Yeah.
'Cause it didn't work when I did it there.
That be a thing.
While this is happening, I'm gonna call my parents like I do every weekend and tell them I'm going on a really intense adventure and I might not be home. And I'm just trying to do my best as the best adventure around, all dramatic. And they're like, yeah, we get it, Reggie, as per usual. We'll see you home for dinner. Yeah, I'm just warning them, I'm saying my goodbyes because I'm going on an
Final goodbye.
adventure. Yeah, because I'm an adventurer now and I'm going on an adventure. It's hard.
God damn.
That's what it sounds for them. For everyone else, it sounds like.
Speaks in his tongue.
Your parents are you end up calling them and they're like, oh gosh, Reggie, are you okay? Are you safe?
Psych.
Have you made sure to like eat dinner? Have you brought a lunch with you? Are you bringing food?
Parents, please, I understand your quos and your worries, but I am an adventurer now. I am one of the best around, and I will do you proud, okay?
All right,
Um,
honey. Just be safe. Make sure to test your bow. Always test your bow before firing as well. Don't leave the string wound up
God,
because if
Mom,
you leave
shut
that wound
up.
up,
I'm
it's
an
gonna snap.
adventurer now. Oh my god.
All right, we trust you. Just okay. And wear a helmet, okay?
No, it's
We look dumb.
Listen to your mother.
Shut up.
Word to your
Okay,
mother.
bye.
We love you. We're very, very proud.
Love you
and
too.
yeah, okay. And say hi. Say hi to Splurch for us. They're a good. They're a good child. They seem good. They seem to be, very grounding
They
for
seem
you.
like a fun guy.
Bye.
Okay, bye, Mom.
Okay. Bye. Bye.
The church said you a brave boy. To be safe.
Yes, this is great. Can I get in
How did you
writing?
call your parents? It was like a dumb call.
Yeah. Because I'm 5.
You're 5 now, Mom. Jeez.
I'm still in school.
Wait, where did we get Reggie from?
I like to imagine that Reggie is probably the one who started this whole group.
Oh, it's like Adventurers Wanted.
Because
I
they're like
started the board. Okay.
no one knows it, but you actually made the board. You put it
Yeah,
up.
and at different times we all noticed just that there was a board there, and Reggie just happened to be there as well.
Serious Adventure wants serious adventurers.
Sitting underneath, like beady-eyed, waiting for people to sign up.
You!
The only reason we didn't think that you made it is because you signed your name on it.
Maybe old.
I'm gonna copy and paste. It's a very slow process.
Yeah, it's just real time.
Yeah. Okay. We're gonna do real time, 6 hours.
Yeah.
They should probably call me wife.
All right.
I should
You
probably-
call your wife, and you just hear like so much screaming on the other end of the phone. You can't like hold the phone like up to your ear properly. There's just so much screaming from 8 children, just high-pitched supersonic screams that only you can hear. Like no one else can hear anything. Like you've got the phone away from your head, and everyone's like, "Why does he do this every time?" But it's just like this high-pitched ringing, like busting your head, and you can barely hear your wife amongst all the screams.
Diamond, don't be screaming. No, stop it.
Dad, you're gonna bring us to the festival tomorrow, right? Dad.
Put your
Get off
mama
your
on the
mother's
phone.
toes.
There we go.
Oh,
God, that's awful.
Put your mama on the phone before I bust ya.
stop.
She
this,
just
please.
sounds
Whoever
really
this is,
weary,
can
and
you
she's
stop?
like, "Kit Kat on a paper plate. Hey, honey, how's it going?
Diamond, how
goes
you
the
doing?
adventuring?
I won't be home
Have you got a
tonight.
good?" Oh, sorry, the reception's really bad, honey. You've got to speak up.
I won't be home tonight.
All right, listen, we're very busy here. I'm bringing the kids to bed. They're gonna have their naps, and well, it is actually you are nocturnal.
Yeah, man. I should not be out right now.
He's working
But the
night.
call for adventure brings me anywhere.
All right, honey, just be careful, okay? You work
Yeah,
really hard every day, and we worry about you that you're burning yourself out.
Yeah,
I know it
woman.
is.
Yeah,
Kit
woman.
Kat on a paper plate. All right, honey, no bother. All right, no bother. Just bring back the money. Not the... Oh God, that's
Woman, what happened to you?
okay. Listen, I'm gonna bring the children to bed now.
Yeah, will you take them to the festival tomorrow now, woman?
Listen, I can't be doing that now.
Diamond, I don't know if I'll be home tomorrow. I take all
You
night.
promised.
I
Oh
did
God,
not
what
promise
is
not,
like,
woman.
you promised to bring them back to the
Well, it's,
festival tomorrow.
Kind of busy now, woman.
Oh,
I need
God.
to go.
Cool
I
Runnings,
do
man.
so much for
You
you.
need to
You
watch
just...
Cool Runnings again.
I'm losing it. I'm losing this.
It's
accent.
Bye
like,
there,
come on.
Diamond.
You did. Yeah, man. I'm
Getting better and better.
I had it.
Listen,
lucky
got to be careful out there, okay, sweetheart? But listen, you've got to be, listen, in the evening time, please bring your children to the festival. See, they've been waiting for you all week to bring them to the festival, the whole damn
You're
year.
all weak, woman.
You do this every
I
single
want to
year.
provide for this family.
It's like
You just hear
drama.
hanging up on the other side. Just
Okay, I'll talk about this tomorrow.
This is the best Bollywood drama I've ever seen.
I think you're both kind of getting it like
Oh
Hermes
my
from
God.
Futurama. It's like, nah,
Ah.
woman. My marriage.
My manwich.
My marriage.
Yeah, I hang up.
Okay.
Do we have
Well,
phones?
she's already hung up. She said.
Yeah. Do we have like phones or what?
They're
What's
like
going on
sending
here?
stones. You got
Oh,
sending
okay.
stones. You go to it's like a port. You would go to like almost like a post office of sorts,
Like
but they have
payphones,
just a bunch of like pay rocks.
sending stones on
Pay
strings.
rocks.
People don't steal them.
I feel like Nibbles regrets everything when she sees us all having to call our family before we go on this adventure.
Just kind of sitting there like on the side of the steps.
Oh yeah, I should probably. I'm gonna call up Dog, see if he's all right.
We're here now. We might as well.
Yeah.
You don't get any answer. He doesn't even pick up. He's just there's nothing.
Oh, fuck's sake, up Dog. I'll leave him a message.
Can't do that with sendings.
Oh, damn.
There's no such thing as voicemail. I'm like pushing it that you've
Message
got
spell?
phone.
Go on, Gabe. Tell me there's no message spell.
There's a message spell. Sure,
just
you
can't
can.
cast it.
Do you know message?
No.
Okay.
Oh damn, up Dog's in serious shit.
Mm-hmm.
I ain't giving anybody drugs.
A few people just pass you by in the street and are just kind of like some of them kind of hide their children and shelter their children as they walk past you. Perfect.
Geralt will pick a Hachi stone, and the rest is obvious.
Nearly. Wonder if David's going to be coming back. Oh, speak of the devil.
Ah!
Wow.
Say that there's gonna rain money. Say it.
Go ring your
It,
family.
I
Ring
wonder,
your
like, is it gonna rain money? Like, sometime soon? Like,
Fuck it,
I'm
Gabriel,
looking
it's
out-
not raining money.
Are you looking outside?
Out the window.
I just close my window just in case it gets flooded with money.
What an unfortunate event.
What
Okay.
a horrible thing to happen.
So is David there?
Yeah.
Yay!
Okay.
Hola, David.
Hello.
So you come back. You actually see all the guys. There's also just outside of the rusted
That
the
yellow
van.
thing.
Just outside of the rusted van, there is a payphone depot, where you can pay for sending stones to use them. And you see Splurch outside talking to a rock, and you see a little bit of a
Bad.
stress Rapidash coming out, and a few of the others are kind of all just hiding under this little canopy that's coming out as the rain's pouring down. And along with them is the cat. What are you doing right now, Nibble?
Oh man, she's dead.
Han?
No,
yeah,
man.
sorry, it just died on me for a second.
Oh, okay. What are you doing?
Me? Oh wait,
Hmm.
where are we? Because like everyone is calling their family all around the place.
They're all outside a payphone depot.
Wait, are we
they're all
real
just
life
using
calling our families?
these sending stones. They're all going off on an adventure, so they're just checking in with everyone.
We're not
Fire
like
out, David.
we're just adventurers at the weekend. We need to call our families.
Is there
I got the wife and family.
Make
is
sure
there
you're
a
up to
fireplace there?
What's
I have
that?
a curfew.
Is
So.
there a fireplace around there?
There is not a fireplace. No, there would be a fireplace. It's all quite miserable actually around this area. This is kind of like the back end of town. There is down an alleyway. There's a couple of foxes around a little fireplace that they've made. They've like thrown a bunch of stuff in like a metal tin, and they're just standing around this fire, and they're just drenched wet, kind of wrapped in blankets and cot blankets.
Well, no, I say I'm still inside the tavern. And
Okay, sure.
I'm just
Well, there's
like,
a little fireplace there that you can be warming yourself up on while you're waiting for them all to come back.
Well, yeah, I'm just licking myself, licking my balls and stuff, kitty.
Perfect.
Come on, just all just go down single file to the sending stone.
Yeah, we all gotta wait in line.
One at a
Yeah,
time.
there's only the one sending.
We all got weekday jobs. Gotta make sure everybody's doing okay.
Splurge could have cut the queue and just picked up an overrock.
Family splurge.
Splurge.
Splurge. How's the family? Your sister. 357th. We don't talk much. Cool.
Nice.
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 Cool. Okay.
Oh. Oh.
Oh.
Precious thing. God bless you.
Did we ever work out if she had a brain?
If she what?
Had a brain. Do funguses have a
we'd have
brain?
to Crack, give me a nature check.
Pretty
Oh,
sure they're
God,
like all
no.
brain.
I'm a +4. 8.
You have no idea. Do they have brains? Is she moving? She's moving. She's talking. She's got something. You don't know what.
That'd be too
She's got a disease.
Maybe she is a brain.
That'd be harsh.
Okay. So you guys are all at the payphones. You're all calling your family, and eventually you guys make your way back to the tavern where is licking her balls clean and just about dried off after everything else.
So we ready to go back out in the rain?
Yeah, it's time to go.
So it's after all the calls and everything. It's about 2 in the afternoon.
They took
And
6 hours in order to
They
get
took
all the
they took 2 hours. 2 hours.
Yeah, you only came to us at like noon.
It was about noon when we started the
Yeah,
game,
like we
and then
can't work at the night time because of Reggie. He's got a curfew, you know.
Oh,
Yeah.
It'd be
No.
heard. It'd be heard for a nocturnal creature, but ain't true.
Yeah. Good old Rapidash fighting the bullets so Reggie can eventually.
very
I
wholesome.
really appreciate that.
Playtime be all time.
Just it's like 4 days a week. So that
Just
we
so I can
do
hang
it,
out with
Reggie.
Reggie.
Where are we?
Reggie's gonna like fist bump you. Like, yeah, preach. Like,
Your
I
face is like
respect
the
that.
size of my body, so I'll try it. Just...
Punch.
Okay, so is there anything you guys want to do? It's until it start. You have to be at the church at about 6 to be
Oh,
briefed
God,
what
the
you have to
fuck
do.
are we
Fuck, we're
gonna
going
do
to the
for 4
church.
hours? Oh
What's
yeah,
it?
we gotta protect the a hall in a hole in a lake.
yeah.
A hole in a hole in a lake. Gotcha.
A bug in a rug in a mug in a hug.
Exactly.
Oh,
that
sounds
too,
lovely.
with lots of shit everywhere. According to
Alright,
the
yeah, I'll do that.
According to the cat boy, we are guarding literal garbage.
We're doing this for a kit, and it's garbage.
It's actually garbage.
The fuck are we doing?
It was on the board.
It was on the
They
board.
put it
man.
on the board.
What for?
All we had.
Alright, yeah.
It'd be on the
Fine.
board, so we taking it.
I am, bro. Let's. Yeah,
And,
okay.
Your name is on the list of our adventuring group. The group took it. The board is binding.
You pull out a little crinkly piece of paper with this contract, and all the ink is kind of smeared on it, and you
Still
point
fresh.
out to his signature on the thing.
Yeah,
It's all.
You
It's
wanna
got
try
a bit
and
wear
burn
and
it?
tear. Had the mending spell used on it a few times, but
Cute.
still good. It's all a bit crinkly, a bit stained here and there. But it is your contract is still there that you all signed many years ago.
Oh, cool.
fucking Reggie.
Can,
Sorry, I'm
mm,
looking at Patama's live stream as well on my computer with no sound, and I
Look
just
at
saw
that,
Gerald. Nice.
What? Ah,
So if there is nothing else that you need to do, you can head straight over there. Unless you want to get anything, it's totally up to yourselves. Nibbles, is there anything you want to let them know about if they should need anything, or do you think it should be?
Nah, I'm rethinking on the catnip because like it's been a while and I'm having
Oh yeah,
like
yeah.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
You take backsies.
I don't know how much you looking for?
um mm, 50 gold.
That's the whole
Sure.
bag.
Yeah,
Is it?
I
Cool.
can
I
do
had
that, my
it.
guy. Sure. Yeah, you got 50 gold.
I'll take it away from the church allowance. I'm not taking away from mine.
Okay, cool. You got the gold on you right now, or?
Yeah. I give him 50 golds.
Oh,
Okay,
cool.
she just hands you a little pouch of 50 gold pieces.
Yeah,
You count it, it's all
I'll
there.
give her the drugs.
Nice.
Jeez, yeah.
Yeah, you've got
Nice.
a pouch now
I
of
put the
catnip.
catnip inside my boots.
Yeah, man, you got you got a big. You gain like an extra 4 inches by putting that in your boots.
Yeah,
Jeez.
but like you guys are really basic. It's gonna help me going through all of these.
Yeah.
Look, man, I got something that's even better than catnip if you ever need it, you know. Just hit me up.
No, but I realize I'll need to be stalked in order to kind of get
Yeah,
this
yeah,
thing going.
yeah. Well, if how long you think you're gonna take to get through all that? Because I know a guy made dead.
I give him like a paw on his head and I bless him with the church and then I move on.
Nice.
Okay.
So you get a if you choose a stat nibble that you want to boost for him when you touch his head.
Wait, this has mechanical benefits?
Yeah.
Mhm.
What the fuck?
I give him
Oh wait, sorry, wait. Did I get this right?
the normal blessing, not the youth.
No, not the alt blessing. So I think it's just let me see.
Just for the lulz.
No, sorry. Yeah, you have no. You gain guidance.
Oh, it's
Yeah.
guidance.
Yeah.
Alright, cool.
Guidance. You get a D4 that you.
I'll
So you
I'll
feel
take it.
your eyes are a little clearer when she presses her head on your forehead, and you feel a little lighter. You feel a little perkier, and you feel just a
Oh,
little.
that's so pleasant.
Yeah,
Oh, just like real cats.
Fairness.
You feel a little warm and fuzzy inside, and you kind of hold on to that feeling.
It matches my outsides.
Okay, so you have your catnip. You guys have called home.
God, what a
Is there
virtuous day.
anything that Splint is doing right now?
God damn.
No, I think I'm a little drunk, so I think I'm just. Oh, wait, no, I'm Scottish. Fuck. Yeah. Right. No, I'm just happy to follow and finish this contract, and I'm keeping my eyes on the piece of paper that Soot pulled out because I want to try and burn it.
God.
Could I have a look at that contract?
Yeah, sure, man.
Cheers.
He hands you over the contract.
And then I
you have a
hold it
nice-
and I look at him and then I don't do it because I feel, but I nearly do. I start to singe the edges a little bit.
You see, as he kind of picks a piece of paper, he feels it, and as he kind of takes the piece of paper from your hand, you feel like heat radiating from his hands as he pulls it away from you, and his fur kind of like spikes up a little bit, and tiny little embers flick from his fur, and then they kind of die down as his fur.
I just
He
look at
kind
him
of
like,
twitches.
it's pretty hot.
Thanks.
I'm just gonna sit there counting that gold. That would have taken me like a week to shift otherwise. This is a great day. I'm so happy with myself right now.
He's delighted.
Maybe it's the paw that touched your head. Maybe it's the fact that you've sold 50 gold's worth of drugs. You don't know, but you're feeling good.
It's a good day, man. Just gonna sit there, count my gold, and be like, yeah, this is gonna be a good day.
You guys head out into the rain, and a shoulder like clamps down on you, Soot,
Oh no.
and claws dig into your shoulder,
Oh,
and
no.
you turn around, and not Geralt, oh, balls, Benjamin. Benji
the badger.
is behind you. He's like, "You gonna pay the tab before you leave?"
Why me though?
Fuck no.
You're the one who's at the door. I mean, you're the closest one to me. Everyone else rushed out.
I think you'll find that is incorrect, good sir.
Your little face matches this so well.
He's just standing over you. Is like, well, listen, you've left this place. You lot have left this place
Benji,
twice
we do
in
this
a
every
row
2
now.
weeks, my guy. You
Yeah, we
know-
do this every 2 weeks because you never pay your tabs.
Look, show me.
Listen, I've let it go long enough, and you just see in the background, Victoria's just shaking her head, just tutting like, "We leave you in here every week to do your shenanigans and look at our board, and you don't fucking pay up any week. We keep your tab, you pay for whatever. Look at
Where
the
the fuck
lovely
did you
cat.
come from?
Look at this lovely cat over here. She paid straight up as soon as she got a fish in her milk. You
She
guys keep
literally
this
tried to
tab
bribe you.
going."
I'll go to the
No, I
authorities. No,
didn't.
look, listen
Her
here,
eyes
kitty.
like expand and look up at you, and they're like irresistible. You're not sure if you did pay, like try to bribe them or not.
Okay, Jerry. What do you think I owe you?
Right, well, you're honest. He pulls out a little notepad from his back pocket and starts flipping through the pages, and he's like, "Right, 2 weeks worth of stuff between you all. That's gonna come to a total of about 2 gold pieces each."
Can I like telepathically tell them we're in a union and that we are working for the church?
Tell
What the
who?
fuck? I don't even drink.
Yeah, man. Let me check them numbers, cause like Rapidash doesn't drink because he's on his night shift. Reggie's
Alright,
literally underage.
alright. All right, that's about 2 gold pieces between all of you. 1 silver, well, 2 gold
Let me
pieces
check the
and 1
maths,
silver
Reggie.
piece.
Let me
between
see the
all of
maths,
you.
Reggie.
He hands you the paper, and you have it look through it.
I can't.
And he's added about like 2 gold in there, but more or less it's everything. He's kind of added a service charge in there of about 2 gold.
I'll pay him everything bar 3 gold.
Okay, he's like looking through it and he's counting, and you guys are leaving. He's like, "Oh yeah," and you guys.
Yeah. Fuck you, Reggie. Fucking
See you in the world,
I'm
guys.
ready.
Benji.
Alright.
Say fuck you to Reggie anyway. Why don't you ever pay for your
I'm a
juice, Reggie?
child.
You keep hiding behind that, but you're still about like 18 years old or something.
Yeah, you're a freeloader, Reggie.
Shut up.
We
Started
be the
bored.
foundation of this group.
I'm gonna call your parents.
Fucking dare you, mate.
It's like you don't even have my mom's number.
We all
Fuck you,
have
Mama, when
his
you
mom's
do have my
number.
mom's
We all know his mom's number.
Get the fuck, Sabotage. Get the fuck.
So you guys eventually down out of the rain. You kind of arrive a bit early in front of the church. This giant palace. The top of it is this huge green crystal dome with these huge emerald leaves circling around this dome. Below it is like a mixture of white marble and emerald blocks, literal carved emerald bricks in this huge, massive, magnificent building, and you ascend these marble stairs towards the Vatican, and you are met by a very stout bunny with a pair of spectacles on. He's got the same church garbs as Nibble, and he's carrying a book with him, and behind him are about 10 children, all different types of animals, mainly there's some mice, there's some bunnies, there are some there's a goat there, and yeah, they're all kind of just scurrying behind him, these children, and he's like, "Hello, such. I see you brought a wonderful fruit to
Wait,
join
He
you."
says welcome to me. What?
Oh, sorry, hi, Nibble. Hello, Nibble.
I'm like, why has everybody got beef with me, man?
Nibble. Is this the band of mercenaries that you sent to retrieve tonight's?
Yes, I did my best. It's us, the best of the best, the bravest of the bravest. Here.
Bravest of the bravest.
I'm cowering
Blah, 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 blah.
because it's a rabbit.
How
They're
does a
looking a
mushroom
bit
flesh?
shabby.
I'm just gonna wave.
I mean, this
Uh-oh.
gecko over here isn't even wearing clothes.
I am
Can't
wearing
have that.
pants.
Yo, it's just the same color as his skin. Come on, man.
He
No, it's
pulls
not.
out like
It's
from
green,
his
you
bag. He pulls
colourblind
out a
fuck.
giant blanket and
Look,
chucks
man,
it
that's
over
not
you, and he's like,
like-
"Please keep yourself covered in the eyes of."
But I do not have any nipples. I have one penis and I have it covered.
We will refrain
only got
from
the one.
use of the P word under the
You're
name
dressed
of
him
the
as a chap.
church.
Okay.
And you shall.
What?
He blocks one of the bunny's ears and just kind of whispers inside of the bunny's ear, like, "We don't
Ew.
use that word here, do we, children?" And they all kind of shake their heads. Just kind of, he just grins and he's just, yeah.
Ew.
We refrain from using the P word. We prefer carrot.
Long.
Okay. Yes, my carrot is covered. I'll be fine. I'll
Very
take the cloth though. I would not argue. It's fine. I
Yes,
will
thank
wear
you
it.
very much. There are children present.
Sure.
Dude, I'm
Kinda
nearly
smells
sick.
here.
By the way, can someone carry me? The floor is very cold and my tiny little paws. I heard.
Oh,
Oh.
I've a little bandolier on my chest if you want to sit in one of the front pockets.
Yes. Yes, please. Thank
Here you go, dog. Don't worry about it. It'll also
I love
stink
the
like the
decoys.
remnant of catnip.
Good. Good.
You just
I-
smell it a little bit and get a tiny little tingle in your brain. Right this way.
He's
And
got
he
a cold.
leads you
Sorry.
through the. Hmm?
Just like when he sees the gecko start sniffing, I was like, yeah, he's got a cold. Sorry.
I am sick.
I fly onto Reggie's shoulder and kind of hide behind his head.
This fucking gargantuan duck head.
Yeah.
That was normal for my age.
Your mom tells you, Reggie.
Yeah.
Poor Reggie.
Normal.
Don't be like that suit. Don't mind them, Reggie.
So this is the bunny.
I
Alright.
imagine I'm kind of like Dustin from Stranger Things. That's the kind of vibe I'm going for.
Oh, nice.
That's pretty
Okay.
good. I
Nice.
like that.
Yeah.
Like, confident, awkward
Wholesome
kid.
boy.
So he leads you through the chambers, left and right. The ceilings are ridiculously huge in these buildings, and he leads you past one beautiful doorway and the other. All these doors have these beautiful carvings and paintings on them of cabbages growing and little children emerging from cabbages. And some show depictions of how this church was created, and it shows the descent of this god falling from the skies during a big thunderstorm, and all of these animals cheering as this humanoid figure collapses to the ground. Lots of lore about how this world was created as you pass by each door, and eventually you come to a very plain brown wooden door with two brass knobs, and above it is a plank of wood that says Chamber of Failures.
Oh.
And he's like, right, so we don't expect anybody to be coming into this place.
What did you say he was again, Gabe? Like animal?
The bunny.
Why does he keep doing that?
He just keeps
I-
sniffing the air.
I asked Splint. I was like, I know you're a.
No, not really.
Racist.
And he
No,
kind of
I
looks
do
at
not.
you, and he cradles one of the children close to him, and he's like, "I will not have any racism under the eyes of God." And he just sniffs one of the children again, and just
Please leave them
all right,
alone.
this way.
Why I hope.
I can safely say I have never once done that or needed to do that.
Man.
He's got a slight limp, and he opens up these. He fumbles for a key in his pocket. He opens the door, unlocks it, and opens it up, and it's a very dull room. And he claps twice, and some lights just kind of flicker on in the room, lighting it up. And it's kind of a very white blue light that lights up this pink wooden. It's like a pink wood on the floors, and like a weird dark pink mosaic up the walls. Lots of tiles are missing, and little insects kind of scamper around the wall, climb into the holes, cracks. And he's like, "Yes, this is the chamber of failures, and I do hope that none of you job. You will be paid after the job. Nibble will organize that, although I do not completely trust her in those things, but I will be there when the handing over the money will be taking place. She will give you the money accordingly to how you proceed in the job and how well you do. As you know, during every year we are run very thin, and we have people mainly on the cabbage patches to stop any cabbage snatchers eating our freshly grown children.
You belong
So
in
you
the
will
chamber
be
of
staying
failures.
the night here, obviously, and in dawn, when the festival begins, we will have some more people to patrol this room once again. But just keep your eyes peeled for any disturbances. The only place people can enter is clearly this double door right here. I will be locking you inside for your own safety. There is only one key, and you will be locked in here for the night. Thank you very much.
I don't like this.
Excuse me,
I don't want to
wait.
stay in here.
It's a bit weird.
Well, if you guys are hungry, you can eat the fungus. Am I right? That's all you fungus folk are. Or after
Whoa,
what?
you literally just said no racism.
No racism. What a fuck.
Yeah, what the fuck, man?
You heard nothing, children. Come along.
I bet they heard.
You're not
nothing.
locking
Fucking-
that door. I don't want you to lock that door, and I'm going to stand up close to the door.
Yeah,
All
fuck them
right.
up.
I don't want.
I have
Please,
to
please
name-
don't lock that door.
Oh shit! I haven't named all these pieces.
Is this
No.
Gabriel or is
I'm
this?
gonna exit this. Save it. 2
Look,
seconds.
man.
You can control and right click on top of something, and it will let you select.
Oh, thank you.
Can I just say, like,
It's a team effort, guys.
fuck this
That
rabbit,
work?
man. I don't like him.
Nibble move.
Me neither. I'm not letting him lock this door.
Big pedo rabbit. Like,
I don't like him.
No,
Instead
nibble,
of Peter
no,
Rabbit.
come back, nibble, nibble.
You know, instead
Nibble,
of Peter Rabbit, it's pedo rabbit. Lol.
I got it the first time.
Where are you going? I'm not even moving you anymore in by yourself. Where are you going?
You're probably just on that layer. You're on that layer.
Oh my god, alright, okay. There you go. Alright,
Just wait
I'm
for
just gonna move them all. Just very slow, quiet. Anyway, you move up to the door, you block the way. Give
I'm
me
not
an
quite-
initiative
yeah.
roll, please.
An initial. Okay.
Fuck him up.
That's a 12 from me.
So he's kind of scurrying. He's like, "Come along, children, come along!" And you immediately dash in front of the door, much taller than he is, and you stand up on your hind legs, straightening up your back, and you look down in front of him. And he's like, "Please, sir, can you move out of the way? I do not like to spend so much time in this room. It is full of
Yeah, I
filth."
don't really like the idea of being locked in a chamber of failures. That doesn't really speak to me very well.
See, I was also gonna ask, what are we guarding? Like, failures of what?
Well,
Well, you'll have plenty of time to read up on all of these objects while you're in this place. They all have their own little plaques below them. Feel free to do it. Might do you numbskull some good.
I'm gonna grab him by the collar. I'm gonna say, "Listen here, you little sick fuck. You know.
He starts squirming and his legs start kicking below him, and he's like, "Please unhold
I'm
me."
gonna press him against the wall and like, you're not locking this door. I'll stay in here all night, but you're not locking the door. And you're
I'll
gonna leave
cover
those
the
fucking
children's
rabbits
eyes.
alone.
I'll cover the kid's eyes.
Do it.
So
I'm
give
gonna
me an
summon
intimidation
a fire
check.
aspect version of myself behind me. It looks
Okay.
exactly like. Well, it just looks like the impression of a hare on two legs. It's a little taller than I am. And what did you say?
Nothing.
Intimidation check? Did you say?
Yes, intimidation.
I am not good at those, surprisingly. I'm really not good at those. That's a 3.
3. Okay, he's like, he just kind of snorts. He's just, you think you can harm a member of the church? Does he think he can harm a member of the church? Children, all the children kind of shake their heads like, no, sir, like in unison. He cannot hurt a member of the church. You guys are protected by the Pope himself, and if he was to do so, he would obviously be beheaded.
I wouldn't hit the children.
I'm not talking about the children. They can go fuck themselves
Don't
if
go
you
near
ask
Reggie.
me.
Oh dear God. Fuck.
Hey, I will say penis over and over again if you lock the door.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I was
penis,
screaming.
penis. Fucking
God.
penis.
Okay, give me a performance check, please.
Who, me?
Yes, please.
Yes. Nice. This is what I was born for. That is 13.
13, you just scream penis, and it echoes down the halls. As the doors are kind of already open, and it's like, and a few like guards at the very end of the hall pop their head open, like from where the at one stage it turns off to the left, and one of these guards peep their head open. He's like, "Oi, you're not allowed to say penis in the church." Oh no, I've said it now.
It begins.
The rabbit starts wiggling, and he gets a nat 20. Shit, no, okay, he got a natural 20. So he immediately twists and kicks you in the face and kicks off you, and the children come out behind him, and he's like, "Come on, children! Come on, children! Come on, children!" And these monsters deserve to stay here. God damn it! I hope they rot in the night. The insect boys are out. Or maybe the cabbage god himself will rot their inner leaves.
Does this mean we're not getting paid?
We'll see about that.
Oh, fuck that then.
Penis?
And he closes the door. He squeaks, and he starts turning the key in the lock.
I'm gonna start
does anyone to do anything?
inconsolably screaming and just bashing at the door and clawing at it, and like probably until like my fingers bleed.
As soon
And
as
I'm
you
gonna
knock
start
it,
burning the door. I do not like the locked door.
like my guy,
No,
chill.
you don't.
As soon as he leaves, I'ma just unlock the door with the thieves' tools.
Well, I don't know that.
Well, you see him move over. Will you give me a check then for your?
Yes, please. Gotta bring up
So you wait a
Get.
while. You hear all the feet just like slapping off the marble floor on the way out. All the sets of feet, and eventually, as it dies down, you start unlocking the door.
Ooh, that's not actually great. That's a 14.
Okay, well, it's enough. It's a very simple door. Like they don't put much. Yeah, it's a very easy door to open. So you hear it, and you immediately can relax.
Yeah, like
Cool.
we good. Don't worry about it.
I probably burnt the
Just a
door quite a
rabbit.
bit. What did you
Fuck
say?
'em.
What did you? Yeah, he is just a rabbit. You're right.
No,
Fucking
this be
rabbit.
why you can't trust rabbits.
Shut your fucking mouth.
Yeah, fuck this guy though. Fuck him and his door.
Yeah.
So
Whatever
in
you
this
children
dimly lit room with the flickering lights, you see before you 9 pedestals with different random objects on top.
Oh, look at that cinematic scroll.
That was nice.
Thank you. So before you are a bunch of pedestals. If I can get the optimum, I can't get a nice zoom. It's either that or that. But yeah, so
for that
you
one.
see, along with you there is starting from the left, going up and around. There is a cloak. There next is, and it is okay. I'll read out what it says on each of these pedestals, so you guys take a peek at all.
Yeah, we can read.
Yeah, everyone speaks the same language in this world.
Common.
Common, exactly. Which is given to you by the upon birth, you know how to speak common as you come out of the cabbages. It's one way that they brought civilization into this world is through cabbage birth. Okay, so you start looking along, and you see a cloak of purity, and then you just see purity crossed out, and you just see you see above it scribbled unfinished. You see then a blue box of Durex condoms in the next one.
Not sponsored.
And it says fornication forbidden. Even the safest of condoms is forbidden under the eyes of the cabbage god. It's to prevent any sort of sin, but any kind of fornication or any indulging in animalistic urges is banned in the church.
Oh, no.
They like to see themselves as above the wild animals, give into those kind of urges. So moving up, then have
Sponsored by Durex.
this is not a sponsor. We are not sponsored in this video.
You hear that, all the
just want-
YouTubers watching Patema's live stream? We are sponsored.
Oh, that's true. Not sponsored by Durex.
Please donate to our Patreon.
Check us out on Twitter.
I'm gonna sue.
So back, I'll tell you what it says on each of these things. So this cloak, its initial, getting the gist of what it says about the cloak, its initial purpose was to convert carnivores into herbivores. But in doing so, it leaves them addicted to drugs, heavily addicted to drugs.
Looks at nibbles.
I'm just scratching
Nice.
my nails on one of the pedestals.
He ate a fish.
As you do, a bunch of wood splinters off, and a bunch of wood lice start emerging from one of the pedestals and start scattering all across the ground.
Nice food.
Dinner.
Moving on to the Durex, then they're just a packet of condoms. They're just the whole thing about fornication being banned, and this is just tempting sin. The existence of the Durex brand just tempts.
Not sponsored by Durex.
I wonder if they
Yeah.
these
Thank you.
specific ones.
The next one up is the Lamp of Sin. It originally would show people the way. It
The
should
way.
show the way to people who are failing, to failures in life, people who are failing in life. This lamp should light the way, but instead it only shows the way to sin.
Oh, sick.
Nice.
The
Nice.
next one is a giant vertebrae, whalebone. And it was originally, it used to be brought by sailors on boats to bring good fortune, but it's cursed, and many of the ships sunk that took this whalebone. They disappeared, but eventually this whalebone was found on the shores of this land again, and they brought it back here as a failed relic. Then, so here you have the golden cabbage necklace that was said to bring life back to the undead, like meant to bring life. But it has been tainted, and it notes that there is fungus growing inside of this cabbage, and it is flawed and cracked.
No,
Does it
fuck
say that on the
fungus,
pedestal?
What was that?
Does it say that on the pedestal?
Yeah. And you notice between the leaves you see a few pearl spores hidden in between the cracks.
Ooh.
The next one is a biro. It just says the pen.
That's it.
The next one is the golden turd.
Oh
The
shit.
golden, well, it's the golden crap. And when it was used as fertilizer. It was meant to speed up the birth of children. But anything that was used, like anything that grew from using this fertilizer, emerged as what kind of looked like monkeys without any fur, and they spoke a different language. And they were very, very unusual, and they were all killed and murdered.
Crazy.
Lore.
The next one is a golden carrot seed, and it's from the times before the cabbage god, when the cabbage god was a carrot god. And but everyone who emerged from these carrots came out very, very scrawny, and so they converted to cabbages, so they could get nice, plump, juicy looking children. And then finally is the there we go. Nailed it. So we have the sickle of what is it? Yeah, thank
I
you.
wonder
very
if
much.
the drug condoms. Does he like deal condoms on the side?
That's a great idea. I should totally do that. Oh God, what a great idea! Thanks very much, Reggie.
So
Do I take card?
Is there a
Oh my
needle in
God,
one
I'm
of
just
Sut's
grabbing-
hands?
Yeah, bro. Look, I'll give you one for free. Don't worry about it, dog.
It'd be too late for me.
It's too late, man.
8 is too many anyway.
So I don't actually see why people be stealing all this stuff. Why do you need such a tight security detail?
Nibbles.
nibble.
I could just imagine a cat doing like the back stretch thing.
I am not sure. I say what the bunny says. It's a pain in the
Oh,
neck.
you also make slurpy noises and touch children.
Just slip a condom into his pocket. You'll need it.
No, well, I don't even know why he asked the gecko to be covered. He liked them naked anyways, but I have no qualm over what he said. He asked me to find the bravest of the bravest to cover up this hole, and besides, there's really a hole here, and no one comes here ever.
Yeah.
As you say that, I'm gonna like shuffle my armor and stand up really tall because I am brave.
It's like midweek on a Tuesday.
Your feathers
so-
kind of like start shaking and quivering. Ruffled.
Exactly like that. So I go to the dock and start purring around it.
Yeah, we're gonna be friends. I like this.
Yeah. So
Boosting my ego.
be brave and not ask questions.
No problem.
Just-
Whatever you
just
need,
like
I
the
am the
church.
bravest.
Reggie is the best at both.
Just like Reggie.
Okay, I'm just gonna put these. Gee, don't know why it's so. Anyway, so you guys, it's kind of damp in here. It's the humidity is a bit damp. It's
Moist.
dusty. Yeah, it's
You get 'em more
the air is
ASMR.
kind of thick in here. The light just kind of drives you a bit crazy with its flickering. Bugs kind of scampering under the floorboards. You kind of hear a ticking sound from the little legs now and again. And yeah, you're asked to just guard this place for the night. I don't know what you want to do, how you want to approach it, but it's
Can
up to you
I
guys.
fly around the room and do an investigation check to see if I can see anything dodgy or like traps?
Yeah,
something?
give me a roll, please. So you start, you
Okay,
take
wait.
off, you start fluttering with your tiny little wings, and you start flickering around the room. Yeah, give me an investigation.
Okay, so that's 16. We got a 16.
Okay,
Right,
so
17.
looking around, you see add a new. You're floating around. All the floorboards are nasty. There's also everything's very dilapidated. Looking around, don't see much. Some of the carpet in the middle of the floor, which is covered in patches of mold as well, is sunken in some patches. Some of the walls themselves are made out of solid concrete. The wooden beams
made of
where you
wood.
start tapping around and stuff like that. Some of them are a bit hollow. You pull them up, but it's just kind of very shallow. And there's not much underneath. Like nothing can really fit beneath these floorboards besides insects. And that's about all you currently. Sunken bits of carpet, rotten floorboards, and cement is those are made out of.
Well, as per my investigation, guys, the place seems old.
Good job, Reggie.
No problem. Anytime, guys. I'm here all night.
Nibbles, why do you keep all of this like old failure stuff?
Because using the wrong hands might have some problems, might make some problems for the church. I think. I don't know. I've only ever seen the cloak before it was used on me.
No shit.
Ooh. Interesting.
Well, it'd be getting late.
Yeah, I'm gonna go look at the condoms.
So you look at the condoms, and upon looking at the glass as well, it shimmers slightly, the glass, as if it has some sort of arcane properties to it.
Fun.
So you're looking at them. They're just like I'll give you a look at them. Here you go.
You just, I swear to God, if you pull up a PNG of like Durex condoms, okay.
They can give you a high res.
Yeah, like they got a high res image, please. Zoom, enhance.
Here you go. You're looking at the condoms. Look at those bright eyes. Like, oh yeah,
I love
these
my
look
fucking
delicate.
derpy ass face.
It just like his expression just seems to suit every situation.
Just like, yes, monetary gain.
Is Geralt still in your pocket?
Yeah, sure.
Yes.
Daryl, hey, look at these condoms. You could like
Oh,
use that
nice.
as you could use that as an isolation chamber, buddy.
Wow.
How about we steal them and you blow them up like a balloon so I can stay inside and run around?
It's exactly what I was thinking, man. Good.
Hell
We're on
yeah.
the same level. I was gonna put them like I was gonna wrap them over my entire head and just breathe through my nose.
Cool. I could
Yeah.
just like climb inside and start breathing.
Concentrate, team. Concentrate. We're brave. We're not playing games.
No, we're
We're
not.
brave adventurers.
Oh, okay. If you say so.
Okay, if Reggie says it, then I do it. Bless your soul, Reggie.
Yeah.
I love how everyone really.
So,
So
Yeah,
Aw.
for sure.
it talks back.
Is
Yes.
Splurch? Splurch isn't insane. Splurch is just like a bit dim, right? Okay.
You're dumb as fuck.
So Splurch, you walk up to the this giant vertebrae. It's massive, massive, massive whale vertebrae in front. About 20 feet long.
Sweet.
20
Wow.
30 feet long. What do you do to this giant vertebrae? What are you saying to it? Okay.
More spores.
Okay, cool. So a big waft
Fuck.
it
What
into
the
the air,
fuck?
fills the air, and starts to settle on things. It starts as it settles onto patches of the carpet. The carpet kind of vibrate for a second. And little bits of the wood as well on the floor start to tingle and shake a tiny, tiny bit. And you just hear loads of little whispers, and they're like, "Oh, how's it going? We're having so much fun out here. No one disturbed us
yeah.
in this here a dark, dimly lit room. It's just wonderful in here. We love it. Well, we don't really get many other mushrooms around here. Talk to each other. Well, you know, it's pretty lonely in general. How are you? How's life? Oh, that's cool. Yeah, we like that. That's cool. Wow, we've really never talked before. Oh, this is weird.
kind of always wanted to, but never really known how to do it. We are the rook, basically, at this stage.
Seems like a reasonable thing to me.
Burn the rug. Why do you want the rug? Is the rug magical? A friendly rug. Huh. That
Less.
sounds a little suspicious, to be perfectly honest.
Close enough.
Oh no, Reggie.
Ah, true. Yeah, Reggie absolutely would have. And also Nibble, you're just about in there too. You're also hearing all of these little. Yeah, you're hearing all of this, right? You're just hearing all these
Wait,
tiny
so
little
am I. You said
voices.
20 feet radius?
Oh yeah. Yeah, you're hearing it too.
Me and Geralt.
You're just hearing
Whoa.
dozens and dozens of these tiny just like, yeah, my favorite food is cotton. And I really like moisture.
Oh.
I love wood. This is
I
great.
also love moisture.
How are you?
Triple
Holy
balls,
crap!
dude.
I also like moisture.
We've never seen a duck before in these parts.
What the fuck
What
is
brings
happening
you
right
to
now?
our domain?
Geralt, did you spike me?
It was on the board.
Doesn't know anything else other than the
It's on the board.
Yeah. There is
Tom Holland says
wings.
they're normal sized.
Bravest boy.
This is great.
So what else do you do with this talking thing?
Ooh.
You can say whatever you want. You can express your feelings.
And the tiny,
Starts
tiny
screaming.
portion of the carpet just poofs into a bunch of spores. You cannot
it?
comprehend the fact that it can talk and speak now all of a sudden and can communicate its feelings, and it just
Does,
Yeah, it's confusing, to be fair. That's a
Does
tough thing to
Flirt's
go
thing-
through.
affect the spores in the
Hey, sorry.
cabbage.
true. Yeah, absolutely. So as these little guys are screaming, you just hear this tiny kind of
Hello, demon cabbage. It's us, outsiders. What's that? You want us to free you? Oh shit! Fuck! Geralt, help!
Don't do it, man. Don't do
I
it.
was only doing it for the lols, you know. It said yes.
Yes, bring life.
Don't do it, man. I'm gonna get in trouble.
Save the good, save the cabbage, bring life.
Save the cheerleader, save the world.
Give us purpose. We have no purpose and you love heroes.
Wait, what?
Splurge.
Speak up.
Did you do this? Are you the demon in my mind?
Speak up, devil spores in the cabbage. Speak up.
We want you.
You have no purpose. You should get a board. It's great.
Free us from the bubble. And the lights above
Free
you
us from the bubble.
keep flickering on and off, and eventually they just go dark.
Ooh.
And you guys are left in darkness.
Dark vision.
Ah! Well, that'll do actually.
So I can see in darkness.
Yeah, I think we all have that.
Yep.
It
I
appears
Yeah,
you
most
don't
of you
even
guys
have
have dark
eyes,
vision.
Splurge.
So you are just left in this dark, but everything, most of you, I think, only see in black and white.
Yes.
I have blind sight.
I have superior dark vision.
Okay, cool.
I can see in darkness as if it was dim light.
And you guys are.
I
So this
cannot
is.
see
I will say
points.
you've been in here in this cavern for about 3 hours at this stage. It's about 9 o'clock, and
We're doing
You
such a
hear-
good job.
Yeah, man, we're like the best security detail ever.
Penis.
Yeah, say it loud and proud, Gerald.
Penis.
Yeah.
you hear like a very faint muffler.
It's so faint I didn't hear it.
There you go. And the lights flicker. They're dark, and they come back on. And the whispering start. How long does the spores last for? Oh wow.
Oh,
Okay, so
yeah.
they continue even as the lights come back. Here's scum below the floorboards and more insects below your feet, and you just hear also one fly now buzzing.
I eat it.
You
It'd be my job.
flutter up and just grab it with your mouth.
Thanks, Jessica.
You haven't had a juicy fly like that in a very long.
Nice.
Earthy, mushroomy. Nom nom nom.
It'd be my
Bloody.
job.
Tastes kind of irony. This one.
No flies be flying around my spot.
So it starts to get late, especially for you, Rabbitash. You've been up now for like 24 hours.
Yeah, do you all mind if I go for a little nap?
Oh,
Of course not. Work away.
So another
find a
hour
nice-
passes. So yeah, you
I find a
an-
nice dank beam.
Oh man, Rabbitash loves the dank beams.
Yeah, and I just kind of hang underneath it and just like take out a bit.
Okay, perfect. So you flutter up to one of the beams up on the ceiling, and you just hang upside down
Yeah, I take out a bit of like a blood orange and start eating it as well. And just like the drips going.
from your little lunchbox. You take out a little
Yeah.
metal lunchbox that your wife packed for you, and you take out a few orange segments. You don't have a full orange. You have a few orange
No,
segments,
definitely not a full orange.
and you just start nibbling on the little segments. And little
All
juice
the,
starts to drip down onto the floor, and insects immediately start to like circle that area. So then you slowly, eventually, just doze. The little metal lunchbox slips out of your pocket and clangs, and you wake up again suddenly and doze back to sleep. And the lunchbox is on the floor.
I'm
And
just gonna run off and get a little bit of food. I'll be back in like 2 minutes.
yeah, no worries. Take your time.
All the kids today love dank beams.
So an hour passes. Another hour passes. It comes to about 11 o'clock. And it's getting very boring now. You're hearing the
Yeah,
same
man.
scuttling. The whispering as well has like gone now.
I almost went
And
for the day off, guys.
and you just now there's a drip. You can hear the rain just like outside of this building, kind of heavily landing on the ceiling outside, way up above you, and just really heavy rainfall. A few leaks are now coming through and dripping onto the damp floorboards, and you start to get a little bit of a chill as the night comes in, and the insects even start to settle and start to nuzzle for the night into little cracks and nooks and start to sleep. And another hour passes. It comes midnight. And is anyone sleeping, or do you all want to try to stay awake?
I'll stay awake for a bit.
I'm
I'm
gonna
gonna
stay
try and
awake
stay awake.
because I think I'm too nervous to sleep in case the door
Adventures
goes
don't
closed.
sleep.
You're still kind of standing. You haven't decided to sit down yet. You want to continue standing because it's like the adventure thing to do is just
Yeah.
don't rest. You're on the
Take
job.
break.
Your legs are a bit shaky, and you kind of keep nodding a little bit, dozy, and you keep nodding a bit.
I'm gonna sit next to the cabbage necklace.
Okay, sure, you up there. And everyone else, where do you want to be right now currently?
I'm gonna be at Raggy's feet, just sleeping.
Oh, that's so pleasant. Okay, no problem.
That's very cute.
You're so easily swayed, Reg.
Are you happy where
Yeah, I'm good wherever. I'm just gonna keep standing because I'm a good adventurer.
in position, ready for adventure?
Like
Ready
deep
for
breath at
adventure.
this point. It's like
And Nibble slowly comes up to you and kind of rubs against you and settles down beside you, and its warm body rests on your cold,
Dead
cold
body.
webbed feet, and and the warmth and the fur, the soft, like very well looked after fur, it's just lovely. It's a lovely tickling, warm sensation on your feet.
I will
And-
protect you, Nibbles, at all costs. Because I am a brave adventurer.
As I fall asleep, there's a bubble.
Oh yes, absolutely. So Nibbles eventually starts dozing off, and then rises up a little bit off the ground, and a pink transparent bubble forms around Nibbles. And she dozes off in this tiny little pink bubble.
You should
And-
explain yourself before you
Nib-
do that. It's very confusing, but I'm a brave adventurer. I'm not going to question it because I'm going to pretend I know what's happening. Ah, yes, normal pink bubbles. Ah.
Pink bubbles of
as
normal
as
size.
as she starts to purr, then the bubble kind of vibrates a tiny bit and shakes a little bit with the purrs.
Totally normal adventure things that I know all about. Yeah.
Okay, Reg. You okay, buddy?
Should the bubble come
I'm a-
around Reggie also?
Should the bubble
Great.
what?
Come around, engulf Reggie also?
You feel as the bubble kind of circles around, you're kind of caught in it, and your arm is kind of sucked in a little bit, and the
Okay.
bubble starts to expand around you. Do you let it kind of? There's a tiny pull. Do you kind of push away, or do you let it?
I'm gonna let whatever happens happen and pretend I know what's happening. And be like, yeah, I
So you
fucking
kind of
love
you remain
adventuring.
standing.
This is
And you-
normal.
Begin to rise a little bit off your feet as the bubble consumes the two of you, and you start floating. You're maintaining your position, but you're now floating slightly diagonal off the
I
ground.
feel like my facial expression is perfect for this. It's just confused a little bit.
I like to think the adventures we did before this were like help somebody's pet out of a tree, or like kill a goblin. This is the most professional thing we've ever been hired for.
Yeah. I love adventuring.
Bert's duck.
You just start floating, but you maintain your serious position.
Yeah, I know what's happening. I know what's
Just
going on.
100% stiff.
What is Splint doing?
Still looking at the door.
I
Waiting
think he
to
falls
see if it
asleep
locks.
up against the door.
Okay, yeah, cool. Just its head, your forehead is against the door, Just, like perfectly diagonal, like up against the door, and you just slowly start sinking down the door throughout the night.
I think I've probably been asleep for like a lot of it.
Oh yeah,
Like,
perfect. Okay,
I
no
think I
worries.
just tuckered myself out.
Oh. Okay, perfect. Splurch, are you staying awake? Oh, it's lost interest. Okay. Okay, so we have Splurch asleep, Key asleep, Splint asleep, Rabidash asleep. Is Gerald with an L asleep?
Yes.
Sorry.
Why? I still don't know what's up with the L.
Neither do I, man. Don't worry about it.
It's okay, you don't have to question it. It's like, why is there a pen there? Who knows why there's a pen there? It doesn't have any relevance to anything.
Gerald with an L, like smoked one last one for the day and went right to sleep.
Okay,
Okay, but
perfect.
Tame
So,
maybe called the fella Gabriel in the bar party.
No, it's
where
not.
did you come from?
Wait, what's this?
Have you been there the whole time?
Yeah.
What's
It's
this?
the werewolf dude that you played, Johnny.
Man's
Who
paranoid.
knows?
Poor Johnny. Okay, so the only one then asleep is Reggie and Soot. Soot, what are you doing
I'm not
currently?
asleep.
I'm not asleep.
No, I'm saying the only ones who aren't asleep, who are
Oh
not
yeah.
Oh, sorry.
I'm just kind of watching Reggie funnily as he's there floating. Yeah, I'm looking at this cabbage. I'm like, what secrets do you hold, little one? Rubs
Just
my
putting
chin.
a hand on his mouth like,
Everything.
Shh, I'm trying. What secrets do you? And you think for a second you hear some whispers back, but it's just the wind kind of
the spells
blowing
are-
through a
I'm-
little.
I'm not stupid. The spell's over. I can't possibly hear them.
you hear something back, but then it's from your pocket. It's
This motherfucker. Did you just fart in my pocket?
You open the
No.
pocket up a little bit, and there's a little waft of like something really foul and dead, and yeah, just
I
tingles.
died. Suffocated.
I'm gonna close
That's
the
all the
pocket when he
insects
does
you
it.
ate.
Perfect.
With him in there, I'm gonna close the pocket when he farts. Got a Dutch oven him.
Oh, no,
I'm a
you're
Dutch oven.
Dutch pocket.
You're gonna hotbox him with his own farts.
Yeah, actually, do you know what? Yeah, that's what
Yeah,
I'll do to
dude.
entertain myself. While he sleeps, I'll light a little bit of catnip, just like my reserves, and I'll put that through the pocket, just to,
Oh,
like
fuck yeah, dude.
hotbox him
Nice.
while he sleeps. That's how I'll entertain myself when I'm not looking at the cabbage.
Okay, perfect.
That's why I hang
Well-
out with him.
So you're there, like sitting down, leaning with your back against the pedestal, like just blowing in a little bit of the weed into the pocket, closing it up,
Yeah,
and then checking on it, and then like closing it, and then blowing a little more in.
yeah. I'll give him enough air so he doesn't asphyxiate, but like not a lot of air.
Cool. And Reggie, you're just still floating, holding your position.
Yeah, strong.
Where are you focused on? Where are you most focused on, currently?
Reggie.
I think I'm just gonna be staring at. If I'm upside down, staring at the ceiling, I'm just gonna be breathing heavily, trying to focus on staying awake and pretending like this is okay.
Okay.
Sure,
Can
let's
you
not
roll
all
me?
sit
It
on her.
comes about 2 o'clock. Will you roll 2 a.m.? Will you roll me a Constitution saving throw?
Yeah, of course.
You've never been up this late.
Reggie.
So that's an 11.
What was that?
An 11.
11? That's enough. No, you're fine. It's trying to stay awake, but your eyes are really heavy. And
I might cast Goodberry and pop a Goodberry to try and.
okay, yeah. So you cast good berry. About 10 berries fill your hands, and you have to break
This
position
won't
for a
work.
minute to. Oh, you can just make one. Okay, and you store them. You take the one good berry, pop it in your mouth, and you're feeling perky, awake. And you can stay awake all night. You've got like a caffeine hit all of a sudden, and you just like
Yeah,
you
fuck
start to
yeah.
shake a little bit, because your
like a
body still
4-year-old
is
having
kind
a
of
Baraka.
rejecting being up this late. But you're feeling.
I'm also gonna nuzzle a Goodberry into Nibbles somewhere, just like slip him one, just like. there you
Into
go.
their
Reggie.
mouth, or where you
No,
sit?
no, into like a pocket or like on
So
top of her
perky.
his fur.
Sure. You're actually completely aware of this happening, Nibbles, as this is
Yeah.
taking place. But you can because you have your alert feet. You're aware of everything kind of going on around you.
Just for later. It's not in a weird way. It's just like, hey, dude, I'm making.
Slipping
So
berries
you-
into his
You
Just
pop
pocket.
it into the
berries
pocket
into
and
your
just
fur.
tap the
Because
pocket
none of
closed.
this is weird right now.
Yeah, no, I let him do that and just stretch a little bit and just adjust at his feet and then go back to sleep.
Oh,
Um,
so pleasant.
I'm gonna realize, hey Reggie, does your mom know you're here?
Yeah, I called her. You were there.
Yeah. But like, did you say that you weren't gonna be home? I wasn't.
Yeah, I said
listening.
I was adventuring and I was really important and it was a big deal and I was gonna make my family proud. Oh my god.
Okay, Reggie. Good job, buddy.
It's all okay, dude. Everything's fine, okay? I'm a
I
really
just-
brave adventurer.
Just didn't want your mom to worry. Okay.
Dude, I got this, okay?
All right.
School
Okay.
trip.
You're the bravest of us, Reg.
I fucking know it, right?
Reggie, you're not
Bless
allowed to
that
swear.
kid's heart.
And the blood starts to go through your head, and you have to flutter your wings a little bit to like stabilize yourself again. And you're kind of getting to grips now with this whole rotating. Actually,
Yeah,
I don't
like
know how to rotate.
adventuring's fucking hard, guys.
Yeah, man. Ain't it just?
Okay, so everything is going fine. Everything's going swell. Nothing crazy is happening. But then all of a sudden,
Something crazy happens.
something crazy happens. Something fucking crazy happens.
Aw, shit.
And with
It's got to be the pen. Shit, nobody asked about the pen.
there's all of a sudden
I was
a
asleep.
poof of black smoke from the center of the room.
It was.
And in the center of the room is two really sneaky, stealthily, like kind of like keeping really low to the ground, are two ferrets, two familiar ferrets.
Fucking
Fucking
ferrets.
Let me just draw them here. I do, but I'm it's too slow to. Okay, apparently it's too slow to draw as well. Hello, would you like to work? There we go.
I
Save,
thought you were about to
save
I thought you were about
Photoshop,
to
close it, and
introduce
open it
guests.
again.
No.
Wow,
It is
what an
half an hour.
artist.
There we go. There's one.
What the?
What the?
Pine Martin and
And-
his sister Pine Martina.
You're a fetus.
You have a degree in art, right?
Yeah. I've also been drawing constantly for the past 2.
Oh, it
I
is
have a
very-
mouse. All right,
it
you want
is
me to draw
very-
something? I'm trying to save time. Okay, there's
very
another
fetus-like
ferret.
game, to be completely fair with you. It is very fetus.
Looks like a dinosaur.
There's another ferret.
It
I
looks like
still
you.
only see a backwards S, so I really.
That looks like a centipede. Why does it have 6 legs?
Oh,
It's got 4 legs.
You're right.
Sonny, I think you need to learn how to count, my guy.
And then finally we'll add the fish in here.
The fish.
I like how they're both meant to be the same animal.
Oh wait, color. There we go.
Like, yes, we are similar species. Yes.
See, I've got like the nice effect of the fluttery fin there. Another fin.
Oh, fantastic.
Then I'm gonna even just add. There's.
It's slow enough for me that I still don't see the fish, so this is
There we go.
really fun.
I told you, man, you're 30 seconds behind.
Right thing to wait.
Yeah.
Alright.
Wake.
I think
I
we're
love the
sorted.
fetal dinosaur and the
Beetle
4-armed
dinosaur.
whatever that is.
So kablam! Big poof of black smoke fills
This
the
all
room,
happens
and
instantly, as opposed to the real time.
yes, 2 ferrets low to the ground are in the middle of the room, along with a blue fish in his fishbowl. Oh wait, sorry, 2 seconds.
Gabe's just finishing up his dinner.
What? Did he
I-
not get
I
that like
haven't
2
done-
hours
I can
ago?
hear his plate scraping.
I
on my
know,
plate.
yeah.
I don't think it's Gabe.
Oh, that's you.
I don't know
Yeah.
how to
Eating a blood orange.
change the. Oh wait, no, check this shit out. Oh wait.
Oh shit, here we go again.
Oh shit. He's in a bowl.
So
Oh,
real.
Man.
shit, here we bowl
I
again.
know, right?
Whoa.
Look at this. Like,
Shit.
all right,
Oh,
guys,
man.
can we just take a moment to appreciate my art compared to Lisa's art right here?
Just give me about 30 seconds
Look at
for it
this.
to load and I'll
Ferret.
Gerald.
I think it's a cat, maybe,
Hey, Gerald.
possibly a cat cleric, but who knows? But this is clearly a
That's
ferret.
clearly a common ferret.
I know, yeah. Look at these details. Look at this beautiful little.
Oh, the fish
little
literally
arrows in
just
the
got its
back.
bowl.
Yeah, Gerald, that fish in the bowl is exactly what you're gonna put you in a.
What? I did not hear you cut out.
That fish in the bowl is exactly what you're gonna look like when we put you in a.
Nice.
I cut out again.
All right.
Can we
So,
swap?
everybody, please roll initiative. Yeah, no, that's
Yeah,
okay.
me
We'll
too.
get to your turn, and if loud noises happen on your turn, I'll get you to roll a Constitution saving throw to wake up. Yeah, and see if you can join the party. Okay, so we have Soot, we have Gerald with an L, we have
Don't do this.
Yes.
Rapidash, we have Splint, we have Meebor, we have Edgy, we have Spooch, and then we have. Well, I was going around the circle. Okay.
It was a preference, don't worry.
Oh, boys, just in case nobody watched the news, Ireland is now in full lockdown.
Huh.
Really?
You can't go anywhere 2 kilometers away from your house unless it's for vital reasons.
Oh, that's what all the
Until
until
when?
tomorrow things for.
Welcome to the club.
No, the until tomorrow thing is like just fucking people being stupid and putting up people pictures. Like it's just like,
Like-
putting up this picture until tomorrow.
No, the until
But-
tomorrow thing is like you put up an embarrassing photo for 24
Yeah.
hours.
Yeah, it's not
Oh.
lockdown.
But when until when is the lockdown? Did they say for how long is it gonna be?
Yeah, did they say a
Uh,
date or anything?
Yeah, as far as it is at the moment, I think he said it could be anywhere up to like 3 months, but that's fucking loads of time.
Fuck.
But, like they say that. Oh, okay, because they're still hiring.
Fun time.
Yeah, I don't get why places are still hiring. Well, I suppose if you
Well,
need
I
it.
mean, like healthcare is still hiring.
Oh yeah, well that's like emergency fucking. We need people.
because I need a job, and that's what I work in anyway. So
So
Yeah.
can
Did
I?
you sign up for the thingy, Amy?
yeah, I signed up, but it's just gonna take
It's
a while
2
because I
weeks.
came from inside.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Everybody. I think everybody who signs up for that like thing is getting paid as a HCA.
I don't know what that means. What's
It's
HCA?
a healthcare assistant.
Oh yeah, no. I mean, like, I'll get paid as my like. As
Why
the
didn't you
wage
just
I
say
work
healthcare
on.
assistant?
Yeah, I was like,
Okay, so
imagine
starting
the same place at Easter. Okay, never mind. Back to the game. Sorry.
Yeah, it's starting tomorrow for 2 weeks. Sorry, go
Yep.
on.
okay, so starting with Gerald with an L. What did you get?
Hold on. I thought I didn't have
No,
to roll
going back
because I was asleep. 1 second. Un segundo. Lo siento. Lo siento. I'm sorry.
Right.
It's all right, Gerald. You're hotboxed in my pocket, my guy. Nobody will blame you. Snorts in sleep.
Okay, that is a 23.
23. What did Soot get?
Soot got a solid 15.
15. Okay. Rabbitash.
7
7.
with a
Cool.
+5.
Alright. So
Nope, 7.
oh, 7. Okay. Splint. What did you get?
15, but I'm asleep.
Yeah, no worries.
Yeah, I'm asleep. as well.
So Nibble, what did Nibble get? Did you roll the dice? So you roll the dice and then you add your initiative. That's
14
on your.
plus 3. 17.
Lovely.
Nibble's totally in cahoots with these guys.
What did Reggie get?
6.
6. Lovely. And then Splurch.
La madre que te parió.
Beautiful.
Sucks.
Okay, cool.
Just follows you everywhere, potato.
So there's a big black cloud of smoke, and you see these 3 figures in the middle of the room, really low to the ground, and they immediately freeze up as they see the room is filled with individuals. They're like,
Wait, Jake, you said that nobody was going to be here.
and the other brown, the brown ferret here responds to this, and he's
Well, listen, I didn't know it was going to be. I don't know. The boss said, we're clear. No one comes here. No one bothers with this place. They're all asleep, are they? I might be able to be all right.
So they're kind of discussing this, and the fish blows a few bubbles, and they're like, all right, boss, all right. And they start to move towards the end of the room.
No, towards me.
So this guy, he's gonna spray towards you, and as soon as he does, he meets eyes with you, and he's like, "Wait, you're awake."
Hello there.
Ah, shit. So you look up from blowing smoke into your pocket and look.
It's
It's
like,
like,
sorry,
fuck, and he
I was just
unsheaths the
hotboxing my
dagger
gecko.
from his pouch, and he stabs it towards you.
Oh, cool.
He
So he gets oh god, you get a 9 altogether to hit.
That misses.
So he darts towards you with his dagger, and it sinks into the soft wood of the pedestal below you, behind you, as you kind of jut to the side. And he's like,
what the fuck are you doing here? Why are you here? Why does anyone guard this place?
No
Well,
response.
I was just hotboxing my gecko, and you tried to stab me.
Who said anything about your?
Said
Sounds like
no one
animal
ever.
abuse.
Sorry, I was just
Pig.
hotboxing my gecko friend here.
Yeah, we are not the heroes in this situation.
What are you doing here?
Well, that's none
We're
of
here
your
because the board said so.
Very good.
Well, we're here because the cat said so.
Thank you, boys.
I
Oh,
mean,
the
we're
cat
here
said
because
so.
the boss.
No. That's the I'm fucking right.
Yeah.
Which cat,
I
motherfuckers?
saw her not that.
and that is the two.
Are you sure? We do need a drink run. Yeah, we need more drink. Yeah, for sure. Yeah.
Up grand.
Sorry, this is my auntie, by the way. My auntie Joan.
Hello.
Hey, Joan.
This is the gang. We're playing some D&D.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, look at the screen. It's crazy.
Don't look at the
They're
screen.
artists. Yeah, well, we've got 2 weeks, so yeah, we can
Oh,
learn.
you should totally invite Joan to play D&D.
Oh yeah.
Cool.
Yeah, we'll go get drinks.
Here, wait. I'll draw up a character.
Draw Joan up a character.
Draw another one. Do it.
Does she want to be pink?
No,
What animal is she?
Ask
Yeah.
Joan if she wants to be a pine marten.
Oh, I can do one of
Pine
those.
Mountain.
we're doing. No, they can't see anything. We're all
Make her a
playing
dog.
different
She's going
animals.
to bark.
I'm a duck.
Doesn't know what a stoat
and
is, but knows a
Dean
pine
What's
is
a
marten.
a raccoon.
Of course I know what a
gecko,
pine marten
Is that a
mushroom,
hedgehog?
and
Mhm.
got a cat.
No, it's not a hedgehog. Is it a hedgehog? It's a.
It looks like
This is Martin.
I'm sorry. That is
He likes to wear his pine cone hat every time.
conch. That is a
Going,
conch.
where is he?
Oh, it's just...
That looks like an ice cream. No,
Well,
I mean
Joan.
smiley face. Smiley.
It looks like a dead
Oh, there we
insect.
go.
Yeah, smiley face game.
Ah.
Fuck the woman up.
Okay.
Yeah, let me- okay.
Dad, can I tell you the embarrassing
No,
story?
it's not.
Yes.
No,
No?
yeah.
Okay, right.
Yes.
Yeah, okay, I'll tell. Okay.
Spill
I'll
the
be able
tea,
to
Joan.
leave it
Spill
there
the
anyway.
tea.
Okay. Oh no, 2-pack. No, 2-pack. Fuck, 1 second, guys. Okay.
Fuck's too bad.
2-pack took my teddy. 1 second. He's a fucking idiot. Sorry, guys. She. 2-pack. She took my teddy. 2-pack, come back. Oh my god.
What is going on?
This is why I
That
love
was the
D&D,
voice
guys.
to the gang. Okay. 2-pack.
Say two
Sorry,
pack.
we're in my living room now. My mom is here.
I love this so much.
2-pack. Oh my god.
I've missed
Okay,
this.
okay.
Amy, you're red. My God, you're blushing.
Time is
Okay.
the stream still going?
Sorry.
It is, yeah. That's what I'm watching.
Okay,
too.
sorry about that. We're back.
Right.
Go back to normal. Appreciate it.
Wait, what are you doing to my little food?
That face, the eyes of a killer, and any other situation you can think of.
Nice.
Okay, apologies about that. Apologies. It's over.
A special skill.
I know.
Don't you fucking apologize.
It looks like it has 6 legs.
Yeah.
I liked it. Oh my
Still
God.
there.
It's still
Why
there,
you
Dave.
change your mind?
What?
You don't like it anymore?
No, I do. It's just the screen is lagging about 30 seconds behind for me. So now I see a gecko up against a raccoon.
Nice.
So it's now Gerald with an L's go. So will you do a Constitution saving throw with a disadvantage?
Is this because I blew smoke on him?
I know, because he's asleep. But he was chucked to the side with the movement of you ducking to the side, and
Sure.
but he is high and asleep.
So,
Discerning factors.
double disadvantage?
No, just
Just standard.
Shit, that is no, that is a 4.
So you start dreaming of like you're on a boat, you're on a tiny boat, and there's like huge waves tossing you back, but you're absolutely fine. Your boat is staying put, and you're just laughing at the waves as they cannot knock you over. Okay. And so then the fish's turn.
It's the fish.
Yeah.
Bubbles.
Let me
Just
just
roll.
check. But it can the fish?
Can they move?
Yeah,
Of course it
is,
can
like,
move.
is he in like a bowl or is he in a bubble? He's in like
He's
a
in a
hamster
he's
ball
in a
filled with water.
fish bowl with like a jeweled bottom and a jeweled top.
Ah,
Nice.
You are floating around in the bubble, Amy. Actually, no. It hasn't really paid much attention to anyone. Oh no, it's not. It looks towards Amy because like don't even know if it would think Amy's awake or asleep because they're
Yeah,
just
fair.
holding her position. But it's going to look at you. It looks towards you, and you feel like a pulsing on either side of your neck, Amy. Will you roll a Constitution saving throw?
A con save? Yeah,
Mhm.
of course. 1 second.
Munch.
So that is. Oh, I got a 19 plus 1 is 20.
Take a moment. You no air hits the bottom of your lungs. You've never felt this before, but you breathe in, and air just seems to get trapped in your throat for a split second, and you can breathe again. And the swelling on the sides of your neck ceases, and you're okay. You hold your adventurer's position, and you are unwavering.
mhm.
Because I'm so brave.
Yeah, exactly.
Like she
You
was
beat
in a
everything.
bubble straight from the start, though.
Mm-hmm.
She was like in the shield bubble. Would have hit
Mm.
her anyways.
It would, yeah.
Dang it.
Nibble, will you roll me a Constitution saving throw, but you have advantage because of your cat alert feat. So you can roll two 20-sided dice, or roll it and take the high.
19.
Ah, very nice. So you are immediately awake. You feel as someone tries to penetrate through your bubble with magic. You sense the bubble, like the disturbance inside of the bubble, and you wake up. You're alert, and you're up on your all fours. If you want to, you can also be just completely relaxed. It's up to yourself.
Well, the bubble has exploded because
Okay.
I woke up, which means
And
that me and Reggie are.
yeah,
Well,
you will you give me an acrobatics check, Reggie?
Yeah, of course.
As you are kind of floating, currently kind of twisting and turning, and then immediately the bubble pops.
So that's
and you...
9. I got 9.
Okay.
Turn
So
my
you
red blue.
you just kind of poof onto your side a little bit, and
Yeah,
you're just
fair.
sitting down on your butt at the moment. You're just kind of
Cool.
you just sat down there on your butt. You land on your bum, and you leave out you can't help it, but you leave out a little quack sound as you hit your bum off the ground. And there we go.
Less.
What does situation?
Well, I can do much. I think I go and like back up towards where the amulet is.
Okay. You start heading towards the amulet, and you see behind Soot. There is a hooded figure.
Jacques.
We're going to use black for mystery.
Yes, I am one of the doctors.
Hey, why, babe?
The hooded figure over here.
Oh my god, it's
Oh.
Bill Cipher.
There we go. Yeah,
Gravity
look
Falls.
at that. So you start backing up towards there, do you? Okay.
Yeah.
We'll move you up there. All right. So you see this this hooded figure with its hands its paws actually you see moving towards the glass bubble, and its hands are on the glass bubble, and you see the shimmering effect over the glass bubble. That's on all of these glass bubbles, and the shimmering stops, and its hands lay on top of the glass bubble, and it lifts up the glass bubble.
Shit, why did I never think of that? Just lifting it.
So we're gonna move. Wait, where have I put my tab? Or tool. What do I do? It's totally gonna be in view.
It's in window for sure.
It's in window, obviously, for sure. Workspace, obviously workspace. New workspace, right? No, duh.
He
There's-
lost the tools by the side. I don't know how.
I don't know how either. That's crazy. That's not them. How do I get rid of them? Who knows? They're gone. There we go. Well, thanks for playing, guys.
You're welcome, Gabriel.
Hold up. Totally, it's in filter or toolbars. Ha. I don't know how to grab stuff anymore.
Try V.
Oh wait, what's this? Sorry guys. Very new.
That came through Potamus. Yeah.
Stonks. Ultimate
Yeah,
deceit.
Potamus one went green, but yours didn't. Oh no.
Nice.
I turned mine off, but it still does the green thing.
Didgeridoo.
You try the V.
Yeah.
You just have to basically press
No.
V
I have.
and then try drag. Don't you have like the move tool activated with the V?
No.
Try V.
Hold up. Wait. Tool options.
Hold up. Hold up.
How does tap?
So, Potam, you want sensitivity all the way to the bottom? Okay.
How would I ever?
Oh, sick. That might actually
Ha
help.
ha ha ha! I got it.
Oh, well, okay, I didn't realize it changed from group to group, because that's why
Yeah.
I haven't changed any of that. Who played that?
So Nibble, you make your way all the way over here. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, this is way better.
Okay.
I try a holy fire.
Okay. You want to go right up to them?
Well, I can shoot from a distance.
You can. You don't have to go right up. I'm just asking. Where do you want to go roughly?
No, I keep my distance.
Okay.
But I try with a holy fire.
How many squares do you want to be away roughly? You want to be right beside this ferret stone?
Maybe not.
You're
No, a little bit closer.
Please specify the
here?
genus of weasel,
Yeah,
Gabriel.
yeah, there.
There we go. Okay, so you run
But a
past.
martin isn't the
everything
genus of
search.
weasel.
And will you roll me a 20-sided dice for an attack with your spell?
It does. I was
does.
thinking that.
So it's a 6 plus 4, so it's a 10.
Okay. So it just it misses as it sings past. He ducks down behind the pedestal, and the white fire that shoots from your staff flies behind him and just burns a load of the tiles behind him, and they start to light up like a white hot. Yeah, they light up white hot. White hot,
Oh.
is that a word? And then they slowly die down, fade back to a
Dang it.
dull grey.
I missed it.
Just missed. And all right.
Missed it.
I proceed into hiding behind the fungus.
Okay, the fungus. So you move back over here. Okay, and you hide behind the little sleeping fungus, big sleeping fungus person.
Is Splurge the biggest of us? Yeah.
How big are you, Splurge? Would you be pretty big or? Yes. Okay. Alright, so we then can move to Soot. Soot, you've been. Oh, actually, yeah.
Mhm.
Soot.
Where is Gerald in relation to me right now? Is he still on me, or
Gerald
he got
with an
kind of
L
tossed to the side,
is
didn't he?
still in your pocket.
Oh, okay. All right,
Yeah.
then. I'ma just look at the weird Pine Martin and be like, "This is how you stab somebody with a dagger." I'm just gonna slowly stab. I'm just gonna straight forward, stunk.
Give me
The
an
face of a killer.
So that'll be a 16.
16. Let me see his stats. Where did I put him? They're back here. 16 just hits. You beat it.
Alright,
So
Cool. So
he's dodging out of the way. He's like, no, you keep backing up, but you just keep moving forward. The dagger in hand.
do I get sneak attack because technically I
Well,
have Geralt within 6 feet?
well,
of me.
he's not kind of giving you any sort of advantage.
Yeah, he's kind of
correctly,
asleep
in
in
fact,
his own
yeah.
little world.
It kind of works
That's
almost
fine.
like they're causing a distraction nearly by being there.
Oh.
So
Never mind, I don't need it. It's 8 points of piercing damage.
wow, okay.
Yeah.
8 points of piercing damage. Okay.
Yes.
So you slowly sink
Yeah,
this
it's like
dagger
stab.
into the chest of this thing, and as you do, you don't realize how much blood actually starts coming from this, and your face just gets flickered with blood as it squirts out, and just starts spraying your face, and the lights
blink.
above you keep flickering on and off, and it's a real surreal feeling as you start sinking this dagger into the ferret's armor, and this blood sprays between the leather plates, and it coughs up a bunch of blood, and looks at you, and you see the life in its eyes fading, but its hand is trembling, and its dagger is still kind of reaching out towards you, and it's still trying to cling on to life, and it grabs
playing
your
a game
cloak
of
with
cute
one of its
animal.
claws, and it grabs its paw grabs onto your cloak, and it pulls you towards it, and it keeps trying to bring the dagger close towards you, and we'll move on to Splint. Will you roll me a Constitution saving throw with a disadvantage, please?
Sure thing.
Oh, damn.
It's
I intended it to be.
9.
9. That does not pass, so I'm afraid you are still asleep, my friend.
That's okay. Ignorance is bliss. I think.
Okay, and you're dreaming humbly. You in your dream, you feel your head being sanded constantly down with a little bit of sandpaper over and over and over again. And
Sounds like home.
and then afterwards you start beating your head with a drum and like playing a really nice beat to yourself with your head. This is your dream so far.
Cool. Thanks for the dream.
And Rapidash, will you give me a Constitution saving throw as well?
Disadvantage or?
Yeah.
Go.
As the noise starts picking up, it'll probably go to just a regular.
6.
You are still asleep. The blood rushing to your head like it always does. You feel warm and safe in the bosom of your wife. Your kids are all asleep. They're sound. There's no screaming. And you slowly fall into a deeper sleep, into an inception, as you dreamed.
Cool.
Wait, I should put you upside down. Cool. And we'll Reggie, what are you doing, Reggie? You felt like this pulse in your neck. You've landed onto your bum, and you see now before you there is the fish. There's a ferret that's run straight up towards Soot, and they're now
Shield
battling,
Reggie.
and Soot is sinking his dagger. You can't see anything, but blood is spurting up on Soot's face as the white light flickers on his face, and it kind of lights up parts of his face like in shadow and light, and he looks twisted and warped in the light. There's one more ferret who's already unsheathing a dagger and looking towards you, scared but determined to do whatever it is that it has to do here.
So can I like fly a little bit above? Am I within a 5 foot, or can I still fly a little bit away without
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
causing an attack of an opportunity? So
Yeah, where are you?
can I just fly above and I shoot it with my longbow, please?
Sure. Who are you shooting?
The one that's looking at me, the one that's unsheathing
the
in
black
front
one.
of me and
Sure,
trying
so
to
you-
smother me,
Yeah,
trying to
perfect.
stop me from breathing.
So, okay.
Fish.
So the black ferret or the fish?
Yeah, the black. Oh, I don't know who it was, but I'm
Oh,
gonna
yeah,
presume
okay,
it
black
was the
ferret.
black
Yeah,
ferret.
perfect. So because you're higher, go perspective.
So that's what?
Perspective.
9
Up
plus
in the
5,
air.
so that's 14 to hit.
14 just misses as its lower half scoots around out of the way as the
Me,
dagger kind of
me.
shoots towards its hip. It skirts out of the way and hisses up. I think they hiss. I don't know. They probably scream. Just
Yeah,
gives a
that's fair.
nasty snarl.
Sneaky. Okay, yeah. Then I'm just gonna stay where I am, fluttering above. Then.
Okay. So you're fluttering around, fluttering.
Yeah.
Okay, perfect. It's now that guy's go who is down there on the floor there. He's gonna then try to throw a dagger up towards you.
Yeah,
as you're
go on, fucking dare you.
And the dagger soars past your face and kind of sinks halfway into the soft wood behind you, and a few termites come out away from the dagger where that hit, and the lights continue flickering.
Cheeky bastard.
Yeah, that's his turn. And Splurch, will you roll me a Constitution saving throw at a disadvantage? See. What did you get? An 8 is not quite enough, I'm afraid. And you feel yourself back. You feel like you're back as like when you were a kid, first growing from the soil around the great corpse of the fallen god, and you feel all of your body up until your neck is under the soft warm earth, nurturing your body and growing your limbs. And your head looks up at the sun, and it's way too bright, and you wait patiently for the moon to rise again. And so we're back at the top of the round then, and it is the brown ferret's go, who is now reaching up and trying to, like, desperate, clawing at your cloak. He then sinks his dagger suddenly towards you, up into your rib cage.
I was gonna say I did have a bonus action attack on my turn.
Attack what?
I can attack as a bonus action with my offhand. But yeah, go
Okay.
ahead.
Okay, sure. I mean, I'd have to say it. Say it next time for sure. But
Yeah, it's just you ended my turn for me.
Oh, sorry. Okay, I won't do it next time. Sorry. But it would be a bonus action to draw your second weapon anyway, I assume.
Yeah,
So-
that's fine.
Okay. So he's going to try to attack you, and
Come at me, little
he gets a 13.
That does not hit.
It's not. He brings the dagger up towards you, and it's sudden. But you jerk out of the way as it kind of slows down as he thinks he kind of hits his target, but his depth perception is all off at the moment. Is more and more light fades from his eyes, and the dagger kind of like shakes in his hand, and he
So
nearly
much
lets go
light.
of it, and he slips down, sinks down more, and you look down at the blood sprayed fur on his face, and more blood just gurgles out of his mouth and sinks to the floor, and termites come out from the ground and start drinking on the blood and start to crawl up his body
God,
and
that's pretty
make
brutal.
its way up to his wound. Okay.
Is he dead now? What?
No, he's still alive. Gerald with an L's turn. Will you roll me a Constitution saving throw without
It
a
is
disadvantage?
Gerald.
Sorry, Gerald's with. Oh, sorry, it's with an
Of
L.
course
So-
it fucking is.
Sorry, not Gerald. So just Constitution.
That is 15.
Perfect. You are awake. You are very, very, very stoned. And you wait. You breathe in, and you just breathe in tons of smoke.
Wake and bake, my G.
And you're inside this pouch, and it's kind of shaking all around the place. And with the next like sudden shake of him dodging out of the way of the dagger, woke you up, and you're awake. You breathe in all these fumes. What do you do?
I poke my head out. I see the blood. I poke my head back in.
Okay, perfect.
No.
While this happens,
I mean, I would look up at Suit and be like, the fuck. The fuck have you done?
I only stabbed him the once. He's taking it really badly.
Just the one taking it badly.
What the fuck is going on?
It was meant to be a warning stab. I did it really slow and everything, but he just didn't dodge, man.
Okay, I mean that's fucked up. I'll try to jump out of the pocket and scurry away.
Okay, so where are you? Gerald with an L. There we go.
Geralt.
This is getting. Sorry,
But
yeah,
no one
Gerald.
is
Cut me
realizing of the guy in the back.
out. No one's noticed him yet. No, very, very silent. But you have noticed, Lisa. He's got his fingers tangled around the chain of the necklace, and he's pulling it into his
Sorry,
cloak.
that's man just saying goodbye.
Oh, no worries. What way is Gerald running? Left, right, down the hall?
I mean, away from the mess. So I guess left.
Left. Okay, cool.
But like
as far as you can go.
I did, and no one noticed it.
Most of us are
Sorry,
still
like,
asleep.
Everyone's kind of. I guess everyone's
Everyone's
asleep. The only one who had chance is Soot, who is currently sinking his dagger into someone. You saw a big flash of white light behind you, but you're just so engrossed in this like awful event that's taking place. So, are you going as far as you can, Gerald? with
Just
an L?
like 15 feet. What else do I notice though when I wake up?
You wake up. You're very sluggish. Give me a perception check. As you're
Sure thing. Perception. This is 16.
Perception.
16? Yeah, so as you hop out of the pocket, you hop down, you see this ferret being stabbed, you see the massacre taking place, you see this black...
The massacre. I stabbed him the one time, guys.
No, it's a bloody mess. The blood is now trickling down your wrist and everything, and the handle is sleek with blood. You see another black ferret throwing a dagger up towards Reggie, up in the air, who's fluttering around. You see a fish at the end of the room. Everyone else is asleep, except for Soot and Nibble, who is hiding just a little bit behind this pedestal with the whale bone.
Wait, that bitch is throwing a dagger at Reggie?
No, the ferret.
I'll throw a dart at him.
Yeah,
Okay,
Dart-
so are you
Dart
running
me,
over here
but-
first?
Yeah, yeah,
You also
yeah.
see though behind you as you hop down and start scurrying this
Not
way,
enough.
you see this hooded black figure with big green eyes that are just you kind of catch it now and again as the light flickers on its eyes. It glows green, kind of. It looks like it's glowing green, and it's got its fingers tangled in this golden chain of the necklace.
Oh, so he's like way near. Okay, I'll throw a dart at him instead then.
Okay, so you hop down, and are you gonna stay where you are to throw the dart, or are you gonna continue?
No. I would move away, like near the vertebra,
Oh yeah, so around here
like
maybe,
like north of it.
north of it, like here.
I don't see anything. Don't
I
think
don't
Oh,
see anything
like
either,
sorry.
See
Here?
here.
Oh, you can't see my
Yeah, there
cursor.
we go.
Okay,
Yeah,
so here.
yeah.
Is that okay? Okay,
Yeah.
so as you do move away, the ferret, the brown ferret, as you crawl out of the pocket, grabs you and looks at you with like bloody eyes and sinks its claws into you. It gets a 24 to hit.
Jesus, yeah, that hits.
As it's like, where you on, you little shit? Digs its nails into you, and you take 3 points of piercing damage.
Okay.
As it sinks its nails into you. But you manage to just scrape away, and you see this hooded figure. What, you're continuing to throw the dagger at the hooded figure?
A lot of things has happened.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Okay, you scramble back. You throw the dart towards the hooded figure. So make me an attack roll.
This is 14.
14 just misses. So you, it shoots through the hood of the figure and comes out the other side and buries itself in the wall behind him, leaving a hole in his hood. But yeah, he just ducked out of the way, kind of moving his head, and yeah.
Okay, that's my turn.
Okay, perfect. So he now, the hooded figure, you watch as he pulls the chain necklace away and starts back into a black portal that forms behind him and moves back and disappears from sight. And the portal closes up and disappears.
Wait, did he take the thing?
He took the thing. You hear now behind you the bowl as he let go of the glass bowl. It just clatters like, and you're startled. You look around for a second, and there's no one there. The bowl just moved by itself.
Oh, we're not getting paid.
We don't even know.
20 is the fish. Okay, so the fish, now looking towards the flying duck in the air, still looking at you, blows a few more bubbles, and you hear a really deep voice inside of your mind, just like, there is no escape. You'll die in this chamber. And you feel the throbbing again on the sides of your neck. Will you give me another Constitution saving throw?
Of course, yeah. Oh, that's a 18 plus 1. That's a 19.
Damn, nice.
Damn,
You feel a
Reggie,
little
calm as
choked up
hell.
again, and the throbbing stops, and you're just so brave. You're just there's
I'm
nothing
so
that can
brave.
scare you. He's looking at you. This evil voice is speaking in your head, but it just does not phase you. You feel you're a little choked up, maybe with fear, but you swallow that fear and you continue flying and shooting arrows towards that black ferret.
Fuck yeah.
Okay, perfect. Nibble. You see as the hooded figure vanishes into the shadow, and the necklaces. What
You're
do
in
you...
so much trouble.
I move towards the gun necklace and I sit on the dying Martin. And I sigh.
You go towards the pine marten and sigh. Okay, perfect.
I sit on it.
Okay, yeah,
Shit on
you kind of sit on his like lower half, and he just looks down at you, just like hissing and confused, just like what?
Yeah, so I sit on it.
You sit on the end of it, I guess.
No,
No.
No.
Like, okay, I'll just give you up a leg. There you go.
Thank you. And
Trying to move there. Don't.
Is this the dying Pine Martin?
Yeah, exactly.
Oh,
so I claw at his throat.
Jesus.
Okay, your claw comes around its neck, and will you give me
And I tell it, who sent you?
Oh, very nice. Okay. So you come around, bring its claw onto its throat. Do you press your claws into its throat?
Yeah.
Okay, will you give me an
Nice.
intimidation check, please? And also give me an attack roll. So first give me an attack roll. So roll the 20-sided dice. Very nice.
7 plus 4.
Oh,
11.
he's squirming. He's squirming all over the place, and you
Yeah, well, I
can't
don't
quite
want
get
to
a hit.
kill it.
Okay,
needs
but
to
you're
answer
kind of like grabbing it and keeps squirming out of the way, and you're just like, well, who sent you? And he keeps like wriggling and squirming, not really sure what happened. As he wriggles as well, the knife kind of wiggles inside his chest, and more blood spurts out. And you're just saying, "Who sent you? Who sent you?" And will you roll me an intimidation
How
check?
do I?
Okay, so you're going to roll the 20-sided dice twice because I'm going to give you an advantage with it because you're terrifying it. I'm suffering from death.
15.
Okay, so you got a 15 on one of your,
Yes.
and then if you look at your skills
Yeah.
and look for intimidation.
I have
And
1.
okay, so yeah, you get a 16. Okay, perfect. So he's gonna just see you. Okay, no, he got a 14. So he's wriggling around, he just starts crying, just tears start pooling down its like in its cheeks and flicking off its fur, and it just keeps choking up blood and just like, oh,
The man in the cloak. You just thought I'll get away. It's all over now, though. He's already got what he wanted. He left it behind. He said we were to get the necklace. I didn't know he was coming himself. I guess the job is over. The job is done. We're of no use to anybody anymore. We can just let us go, right? You can just let us go.
The door's locked though.
He gave us the spell to get here, but that's all.
So I keep on pushing deeper with the clothes, and I tell him that I leave him to the mushroom.
and you let go of his claws, and he just and just keeps coughing up more blood. Okay, lovely, very nice. And his eyes look towards the sleeping mushroom carrying a giant great sword. Okay, Soot.
Well, that escalated rather quickly. Is the fish?
The fish is there at the bottom of the. Yeah, he's down here. You haven't seen the fish doing anything actually.
Okay. Is the other Pine Marten still alive?
Yeah, the other one is.
But what? Yeah.
Where's the other one?
Down here. Boop. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 feet. 25 feet away.
Okay, I'm a move to the square southwest to me.
Okay. Southwest. Okay. So here is it. Oh wait. Let me grab you. Suit. Computer. Why you do this? Oh. So here.
Yes.
So you skirt around. Are you? No, not yet. No worries. No, you're fine. So you're taking the dagger out of his chest, as you do.
Oh, yeah, I never let go of it, so yes, I will take it out of his if it
Okay,
was still in
perfect.
there.
Sure. Yeah.
And I'm gonna look at the other Pine Marten, and I'll just say, "Dude, you look like a fetus," and I'm gonna cast Mockery.
Perfect. So he takes a wisdom saving throw.
I believe so. Yes.
Okay, so he gets a 15.
Oh yeah, that passes.
Okay, so he's like, my mum says it's normal to look this way.
And I'll just like, well, she's wrong, and then I'll offhand throw the dagger.
Perfect. So you throw over the dagger. Give me an attack roll.
It's a natural 20.
Nice. Okay, give me the damage. Give us the damage.
It's a 3 and a 1, so that's 4 damage. No
Altogether?
modifier because it was the offhand. It's 4 damage.
Did you double the dice and everything?
Yeah, it was 2d4, so I rolled a 3.
Ah, okay, okay.
And I get no modifier, so.
Oh, got you. So 4 damage.
Yes.
So he is over here. Did you? No, you didn't hit this one. Okay, so that's his score. Sorry. Okay, so he goes up and you throw this dagger towards him.
Yeah.
He's like, my mom told me. He's like pointing his finger at you. He's like, right, listen, I've had enough of this fetus talk from everyone today. My mom told me it's normal to be done like this way, and I'm very, very proud of it. And the dagger flies towards him and just slices through his finger, and knocking it off and like grazing all his knuckles, like scraping
Call
the
it.
fur and the skin
Hangnail.
off the knuckles, and his finger just flies up in the air and collapses onto the ground. He's like, oh God. Oh, Jesus Christ! Oh, and he just starts shaking and trembling, and blood just starts spurting from his finger and flicking her all over. And he just holds it down, trying to clamp his hands around it, but just blood oozes from his hands and just sprays up all on his fur.
Oh Jesus.
Oh, fuck, shit! Oh, Christ! And he drops his dagger to the floor as he's trying to the blood. And so, God, I didn't want to lose a finger today. Thought it was going to be an easy job. No one's going to be here. Okay. Very nice. Splint, will you give me a Constitution saving throw? Not at advantage. Not at disadvantage, sorry. You're just a straight roll.
So normal.
Normal.
Pardon me.
Hey, David.
Yeah, sorry.
Dead.
Yeah,
You
sorry,
dead?
I got a message. Sorry, am I dead?
Will you roll me a Constitution saving?
Sure, disadvantage, right?
No.
Okay.
I said it twice.
Yeah, I had a message. Sorry, that's 19.
19, you're awake. You're awake, and you see a door in front of you. You check the lock just out of instinct. The door isn't locked.
Okay, okay.
But,
And I look at that. Yeah, I just kind of face that, and then I
yeah.
turn around and
You see a ferret in front of you. You see a fishbowl and a black ferret in front of you. He's holding his hand and just pools of blood are below his feet, and his fur is covered in blood. At the other end of the room is Nibble sitting on a brown ferret who's now like kind of falling and sinking slowly onto the ground in a pool of blood. And
Oh crap! Nibble is.
No, the Pine Martin.
Oh,
Nibble
okay.
is like choking out.
Oh yeah. Okay, yeah, I did not
And-
misunderstand that then.
and
All right,
also
Yeah.
yeah
I'm going to turn around, and I think I'm going to change my voice, but we'll do that after this. I'm going to run up, and I'm going to try and, since it's in my way, I'm going to kick the fishbowl into the air. I'm just going to kick
Okay.
it. Just going to poof.
Perfect. Can you just give me an attack roll just out of curiosity, or give me an athletics check?
Athletics, gotcha. That's a. Sorry,
Roll for the
it's a
ball.
16.
16. You smash the glass bowl, and the
Oh,
fish flies out of the bowl. And
Scrub.
where is?
Can I
fish.
try grab the fish?
Yeah, absolutely. You can just
Cool.
pick it up. So you have the fish now.
I have your boss.
Eat him.
I will not eat the
So you
fish.
crack
I
the
am
ball,
not a
you scoop
carnivore.
up and pick up the fish in your hand, and it's just breathing heavily, just flickering, like flattering. Just
You're going to give me the information I want, or I will not give you water. What the fuck is going on here?
perfect.
Who sneaks up
so
on
who
a
are you
guy while
saying
he's
this to?
sleeping? And that's it. Yeah.
Perfect. Okay. Are you getting? Give me an intimidation check, please.
Cool. I'm not good at those. It's a 10.
10. So they're like, oh, you can roll with advantage. You've got their ball,
Cool. Cheers.
and they're all kind of dying.
Yeah, it's a 10.
The guy, the ferret in front. Do you want to be as close to him, or do you want to be away from him? Actually. Where you-
I have a
Yeah.
second kick, so screw it. I'll kick the other ferret.
Yeet.
All right. Okay. Well. Yeah. Sure. Okay. Well, you attack the bowl, and then you use your bonus action to pick up fish. So I'd say that would be.
Yeah, I get a.
Oh, you have a
my-
bonus.
What is
action.
it?
Oh yeah.
I get
wait.
2 strong kicks to the.
Oh yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
Does
It's
it
like
throw
a-
You
him?
kick once, and the
reaction.
ball shatters. You move forward again. You pick up the fish, screaming this, and you kick him onto the ground. So
No,
give
I'm
me
not
a-
trying to kick the fish. I'm going to kick the ferret.
Oh yeah. Sorry. You pick up the fish and then kick the ferret.
Yeah.
So give me an attack roll.
God, I
Oh,
love
that's
that
not
band.
very good. It's it's 15.
15 just misses. He
Ah, well.
just scoots out of the way, and he just kind of scrambles onto the ground, gets back up, and he's like, "Well, fuck off! All right, who the fuck are you? You've been asleep over the corner the whole time."
Give us
Exactly.
back our
I've been
boss.
sleeping and you're here trying to kill my friends.
Yeah, well,
It's not gonna
listen,
go down.
it wasn't going to turn out this way. It's gotten very messy. Listen, just give us back our boss. We've been doing this for decades now. Like, we didn't want any of this. Just
Then
give us
why'd
back
you
our
do it?
boss.
There's always a choice, mate. There's always a choice.
Listen. It was meant to be set up.
I'm gonna squeeze the fish so its eyes bulge a little.
You don't want to like press too hard. You're not trying to kill the fish.
No.
Okay. So you
I'm
squeeze,
aware
and
that
just
it's
a little bit of
fish.
water spits out
Oh,
of the
God.
the
I
fish.
can give him water. You're going to tell us everything that we need to know. Is everything here, guys? What do we do? What happened? Why didn't you wake me up? What's wrong with you, sick cunts?
We're missing the cabbage necklace.
I don't even know what that is. Right. Yeah. All right. So, yeah, give us the information we need. Can we not just get it off them? They're right here.
Yeah, but fuck you.
Whoosh down.
Yeah,
And
kind of do a flyby kind of thing.
yeah, give me an attack roll.
Cool. It's the soul knife thing.
Okay,
What
cool,
the
perfect.
fuck?
So you just see this purple
19.
light. 9 hits, absolutely. This purple light fills his hand. Sorry, is it you
12
throw it?
points
Is
of
it?
psychic damage? No, it's fist kind of thing. 12
Fist.
points of
Okay,
psychic.
so all right, perfect. So you fly by. Your arm lights up in this purple, translucent blade of energy, and you just fly by very like whatchamacallit style, Kill Bill style, kind of Japanese samurai style, and all of a sudden his head just slides off his body and collapses to the floor.
Kind of like a
and you're-
stapler just on the side of his neck.
Oh yeah.
Fly away.
Okay, perfect. Yeah, exactly. Okay, so he's dead. Are you happy enough with how that kill
You're
went?
happy
by?
you killed it.
Yeah. So you stab his neck,
Fuck
and just
no.
blood pools into the room, sprays all over the rabbit. You're in the mid argument with this guy, and all of a sudden his head flies off, and a shower of blood just surrounds you. And his body like collapses to the ground. Bugs start crawling up from the floorboards and start climbing inside the severed head, and immediately start feasting. And his dead eyes just look up
Nice.
at
We the part-time adventurers up until now. I feel like it's got real.
What be going on, everybody?
cold dead eyes look up at you, Splint. And his mouth is still open, ready to shout back at you. And he just collapses to the ground, and the carpet just soaks up all of this blood and begins to sink further down until it kind of, as the blood pools over the carpet sinks down, and you find like a kind of like a circular. It's as if there was like a manhole